myself say that too. Okay, we're back. We're good
back.
to go.
We did it.
Nice.
All right. Remute this goddamn thing.
Erase it from your memory.
We love you though.
It's me, Fleet. What's up? I am the still headshot that hasn't moved for a bit. My smile is just as glowing, but my hair job is just as bad. It's great to see you all. I've been gone for a little while. I play kinder. My pronouns are they, she. You can find me at Fleet_Dietrich on Twitter and Fleet Dietrich, no underscore on everything else that moves under the sun. I'm engraved in your hearts and minds. Hello. I'm sassy and I'm queer, and that's really what I got for kinder. And I love a rat.
Amazing.
I love a good rat. I have one thing because we had good banter. I can't wait to see what you all have gotten up to.
Do I have? All right.
Say it again.
Say it again. Yeah. Say it again.
Say it again.
It was good the first time.
Well, I already know it's my turn, so what's up? I'm Maggie. I use they, she pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at ThorMagnarok. That's mostly where I am. And once again, Fleet. It's not what we've gotten up to. It's what we've gotten down to.
We never rehearsed that.
It's a good line.
Totally not something that was said before.
I'm an actor.
That one.
Yeah.
So natural.
And I'm next, right? So hi, I am he, I am him. Those are my pronouns. It's great the second time still too. You can find me on Twitter, right? Because I had it down, like practice. You can find me on Twitter at Xtro the King. I'm gonna be playing Jax, who may or may not get knocked out by beams of whatever. But it's gonna be great. I'll still be fighting because I'm that guy. Yeah.
Amazingly well. I am Alina Pete. I am they, them, and I'm playing Pale, who is also they, them. I don't throw hands. I'm terrified to see what will happen. You can find me online at Alina Pete on most things, or at Alina Pete_art on Instagram, where you can see all my pretty pictures that I make for the internets. Hey, thank you.
The GM,
Jen,
you're
Colin,
muted.
Jen, Colin.
Evie, you've been muted.
Oh no, Evie.
Who muted you?
Everything is still gonna be fine.
You know what?
Anything?
I'm Evie now. I'm the GM. Dance for me,
done.
Bucky.
Just kind of
Dance for me.
What the fuck? At least we haven't started the game yet. So can you guys hear both myself and the players now? At least they didn't hear the dog squeaking his toy in the background before.
I'm gonna unmute the tab. It's gonna make me upset.
Yeah.
They can hear you now.
Okay.
You're back. You're good.
Good. What the fuck? Anyway, to reintroduce myself, I am Evie, the Disaster GM. I always create a disaster wherever I'm playing. I am also one of the directors of Ultra Deco Archives, and was just completely gushing about how much I love Alina's art. Alina is our official character artist for this campaign, and you can probably see Jax on screen right now. We are playing a game based in the Cypher system. Cypher system is created by Monty Cook Games. It is a D20 game, but it is certainly not Dungeons and Dragons. So you will occasionally hear me call for roles that you are not used to. We are, however, not a how to play, so I will only be explaining things as needed for my players. You will also see down in the little corners of the screen a QR code and information on a donation drive that we are doing for Black Girls Code. Black Girls Code is a wonderful organization that promotes young black female presenting individuals in STEM. So definitely check them out if you possibly can. The donation drive will just kind of be going continuously until we randomly decide to change it. Anyway, moving forward into the game, since we are so happy to have Fleet back, we are going to actually be starting with what has been going on with Kinder tonight. As a review, for those of you who may have tuned in before, since it's been a couple of weeks due to our shift in days, we have gone down into Deep View, and further there, fell through a cave-in one of the tunnels, battling what is privately known, at least, as the Guardian before the Deep. It was a large, dragonic, snake-like monster that Jax quite literally pummeled to hopefully death, possible unconsciousness, down in the little underground lake. In the process, Sybil learned that they did not need to thoroughly breathe underwater, but waterlogged by their cardigan, threw it off, and then was quite literally thrown at the wall. By Jax. It was not by the monster. They have wandered down a hallway and discovered the entrance to a hidden, not quite ruin. A foyer with old documents and books and maps that, in one of them, Sybil discovered a familiar name that made her a little overeager, and she opened a door before they were ready, and thus encountered a sparking magical light that was waking up a group of small automatons that Jax, being the muscly, I'm going to take the hits for my friends type that he is, stepped forward to challenge them before they could get to either of his new friends. In the meantime, while they have been down in Deep View, Kinder slipped away from us, possibly checking on the state of the rats that they are so dedicated to.
Everyone's fucking laughing, but I've explained it so often in game. Like, if someone could make me a supercut of the explanations of why these rats are important, you will understand that it's not a joke.
We do need
rats are dignified creatures. You know, rats are democratic socialists, like rats are a level above us. Rats deserve respect. And also, they can determine the health of an ecosystem. So it's like also a side important for us. They're also really sad because you all are fucking laughing at them. That's right. They can hear you. They know. The rats watch this stream. That one viewer is one tiny screen with millions of rats. So please, you gotta be nicer. You gotta be kinder to the rats.
Oh my God, that was beautiful, wonderful transition.
That's my fucking monologue for the day.
Absolute fucking beauty. But yes, so Kinder slipped away to check on the rats. Kinder, who is an adept who controls beasts, and thus is actually able to communicate with the colony of rats that is part of the ecosystem of the city of Isonbridge.
Sorry, colony is incorrect. It's commune. Did I not say they were democratic socialists? Come on.
Sorry, commune. But yes, so commune of rats that are part of the Isonbridge ecosystem.
Thank you.
The rats are not being targeted by the guards, as was initially believed. So it is confirmed, at least by those you have spoken to, that while things are weird, and some of them are oddly proportioned now, they accepted those unto the commune and are able to lead you back to your friends.
I am walking with such pride. I feel like I've solved the problem. I feel like I really haven't kind of been ignoring the magic shit because I've really been like, is the ecosystem okay? People, fuck them. Like, you all, if you are turning into a crystal, you went somewhere you shouldn't have, you did something you shouldn't have. You caused your own problems. But these animals, this is your fault. You've hurt them. So like, I'm like, you know what? The rats are fine. We did it. Done and dusted. This day has been great. See you all later. We fucking did it. Like, let's go get drinks. Let's celebrate. Adventure over. So I'm like holding the rats. I'm so happy. I'm proudly walking back to where I left my friends. Thrilled.
Yes. Squeak, 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 squeak. But yes, so a couple of the rats are actually leading you around
Dancing.
Around the buildings and streets of Deepview and into the cave tunnel that your friends had taken. And they arrive, and there's a somewhat concerned alarm to the rat squeaking as they get you further and closer, and they start rushing. And then you arrive just in time to see the ground cave in below your friends. Jax stepped back, dodging out of the way, and as he reaches forward, catching the backs of their clothing and their bags, trying to prevent them from going down, you see him unable to hold his stance because further rocks crack beneath his feet, and he goes face down after them into this massive hole in the cave. Kale screaming all the while because they are freaking out. This is their personal nightmare.
Absolutely losing their entire shit.
In my head, there's the sound. It's. You won't believe what I found! And suddenly, the crumble, the crack, everyone's falling. The echo of Kale's scream as it goes down and just slowly fades until there's just silence. The dripping of the rock. So we're not leaving? We're not going? All right.
Yeah, so there is obviously no response from your friends who have fallen down a giant sinkhole of rock along what was actually, you can see to the side, a natural fissure between the stone. They're gone down there. It's dark. They took the lanterns with them, and the rats just kind of scurry a little closer to where they feel safe, look down, squeak a little bit, and then look back at you.
I know, I too dislike a crevasse, but more than the next person. What a crevasse.
What would you like to do?
I look down. I'm not Jack, so I can't fucking leap off of a cliff. That's not in my nature as a person. I think about it for a minute, and I like go to do it, and I'm like, no, I shouldn't. I mustn't. I'm not built like Jax. I will not survive it. So I'm gonna bend down to the rats, and I'm gonna reply back. Is there another way down? Is there another level to go?
They seem to confer among themselves a little bit before one
one
of them
who will speak for the rats?
Yeah,
you know, who's the face of the rat party?
Fluffs himself up.
I fluff myself up.
Yeah, lifts, nods, and then the others just scatter. Basically, you have one very brave leader going down with you.
Honestly, I fucking good.
Yeah.
I look down at the cat in my bag. No, I think I left the cat with somebody.
You tried to leave the cat with somebody. The cat is mysteriously back in your bag, though, because it knows where it wants to sleep. You know how cats are.
Oh yeah. I respect it. Looks down to be like, goes to put the rat in the bag, opens it. There's a cat in the bag. Quietly just closes the bag back up. Shoulder it is. And I'm going to. I think I have like some kind of equipment in terms of coming down here. I'm sure that if we were going to come down here, we'd be prepared. So I'd like to, if I have like a torch of my own, I'd like to try and light it.
Yeah, you have an oil lantern available to you. Also, prior to having split off from the group, Kale did make sure that everyone had climbing equipment of some kind. Whether or not you are trained in how to utilize the leagues of rope and spikes and hammers, no clue. But yeah,
they gave you a very perfunctory tutorial on how to use your climbing equipment, and it was probably not at all.
I was not listening.
It's very simple. You'll figure it out.
I was not listening, and I was like, okay, because I thought you had explained it. So now I think that I just forgot, but you just never told me.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna allow the rat to lead. So I stand up from having lit this oil lantern. I hold it up as the shadows are cast across the wall, like myself in many forms with this rat as we kind of look around. Anything glittering, anything crystal-like that I should be aware of?
There are a variety of small crystals that are kind of dirty and embedded within the wall. And further along, holding it up, kind of squinting, you can see how the tunnel does turn and continue. But that is easily a 15 or 20 foot opening that was created by the rock cave-in beneath them. It's not an easy leap. The rat will suggest you turning back around and lead you to a very, very tight crack in the wall a little further back that initially would have been ignored because it's very hard to see and doesn't seem like it would fit most people. Kinder is not the bulkiest of individuals, so with a little bit of squeezing, you might be able to fit through.
I'm a worm of a man. All right, so I'm a little squiggly man.
Yeah.
I'm very squirrely. That's the kind of gawk.
Yeah.
But I think Kinder is going to look at this crevice in this crystalled wall, like it's glittering, look back, kind of give a sigh. Will the oil lantern fit through too, or will I have to go in complete darkness?
It will fit through, yeah.
Great.
Like, you'll have to be careful and hold on to it pretty well, but it'll fit through. It's the decision of, do you want to lead with it and possibly bump into things and not be able to pull yourself, or do you want to have it trailing after you and have the shadow of your body in the way?
I think we haven't encountered anything that's attacked us yet, as far as I know.
Yep.
So I'm probably going to lead with it to kind of like light the way for myself to see what's coming first.
Okay.
So that's the choice. I'm going to look at the rat and I'm going to go, I've never tried to squeeze into the night sky before, but first time for everything. And I'm going to plow on through the crevice. Because that's a crevice and a thing in the ground is a crevasse.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're all getting an I'm talking to the chat. You're getting an education, you fucks.
Yeah. The rat finds that particular statement ironic and does a little kind of squeaky rodent laugh. Asks if you've been down before, and then quite ominously just squirms its way through.
Kinder's been down, but Kinder's never been down.
Yeah. So,
Kinder's not like Batman.
Let's go ahead and get a might task roll of 4, so that's 12 or better, to basically just worm your way through this crevice in the wall and to wherever it happens to be leading.
Might. Oh, geez, that's my worst one. I'm gonna get stuck. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Can I? Oh, I have nothing. Okay, yeah, we're just doing it. It's gonna be straight. There's literally no way I can bring this down.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull from my pool.
You're gonna pull from your pool? Okay.
May I?
Yes.
All right.
So that eases it by 1, making it a 9 or better.
Thank you. Okay.
So-
Come on.
So, as a reminder to the other players, since this is the first session that this is coming into play, pulling from your pool is essentially utilizing a non-physical cipher. It is using the ambient power of the world around you to influence things. And generally speaking, your character, at least at the moment, will do so subconsciously. But it's similar to providing effort. Just without costing you anything. So, what did you roll, Kinder?
16.
16. Very good. Very good. So, yes, you have definitely succeeded. You
Thank God.
squirm your way through. You get a couple of little scrapes from some of the sharper protrusions. But as you duck down below one of the things and you're kind of doing a squat squeeze, it is very uncomfortable. You dislodge a small flake of rock into a very ruins-like stairwell that had been hidden. It is dark in there. There is obvious signs of just things shifting over time and having formed cracks and rubble and everything, but the railing looks almost like tarnished gold. And the ceiling above you is obviously tiled. So this is very, very much made by people of some kind, but it is old, and it is not the type of tiling and framework that you would normally expect. And you know it leads down, and that is where the rat is going.
I'm gonna kind of glance up and look down and follow the rat. And I am going to. Do I know if I have this? We'll find out. Do I have like? I have. It said you said it's tiled, right?
Yes.
So I have. I believe I have a dagger. I would like to make like a groove in the stairwell to make sure that I know this is where I came from.
Okay. So yeah, you would be able to either chip some of the tile away from the wall. The ceiling is a little too high for you to reach, or you could try and create a groove among many on the somewhat ruined stairs themselves.
I would like to like take a chunk out of the tile, like directly in the middle of the tile. That way, it's like patterned and like almost you could feel it if the light went out.
Okay, cool. So yeah, working your way down, you occasionally make a couple of chips in the tile of the wall, and eventually the rat leads you to what seems to be a flat wall that's just at the bottom of the stairwell. It took you a good several minutes to get down there, maybe about 10. Just walking and walking and walking. But there is, from what the rat tells you, something on the wall that will open it. And sometimes the rats, having climbed the railing, will be able to quite literally throw themselves at it to be able to get into the skyway beyond. And he does refer to it as the skyway.
Skyway? Does that ring a bell to me? Is that something I know about?
Go ahead and roll an intellect task of 6.
Okay.
So that is 18 or better.
18 or better. I have an edge in intellect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to use my edge, and
Edge reduces cost on things. So that would be putting effort in, and instead of it costing you 3, it would cost you 2.
yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use my edge, and I'm going to go from my pool in intellect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be down to 17. That's 15. And
Okay.
I will now roll.
Mm-hmm.
So it brings the difficulty down by 1. So instead of 18, that's going to be 16.
That's going to be 15 because it
15.
reduces it by 3 each time.
By 3. Yes, thank you. Keep forgetting rule 3 is I was assumed it was like edge, so it'd just be down
Nah,
by the 1.
you're good.
Great. 14.
14. You could have also theoretically expended experience points to reduce your task difficulty.
Never.
Okay.
You will never fucking do that to me. That's my money.
Okay. So yeah, you are not super familiar with what would be called a skyway. They were pretty rare when they were built, so you're not really sure what it is. You do, from that intellect, I'll say, while you don't know what a skyway is, the thing that the rat was describing seems to be a palm signal that you heard about from your grandmother. That are in certain ruins. That if you palm them just right, that will actually activate something that opens a door.
I'm going to walk over to this and look around and make sure no one's watching. And I'm just like, fuck. Please tell me this isn't what I think it is. I don't want this. And I'm going to raise up my hand and I'm going to stop, reach in, take out my necklace so it lays at the front of my clothing. This necklace is a small blue, almost teardrop of a gem inlaid onto what appears to be an old silver medallion. And I'm going to reach out my hand and I'm going to place it on the wall and see if anything happens.
Just anywhere on the wall?
Yeah, I'm just like right in front of me. Like I've heard stories about. I'm just gonna slap the wall.
Slapping the wall directly in front of you does not quite work. So, like,
I'll look for something else.
There's a brief moment of relief because it's not what you're thinking about. And then the rat just kind of squeaks at you in confusion and like goes over to the side and kind of tries to point out where the thing is that you need to touch.
Yeah,
and looking
that's
at
my
it,
bad.
Yeah, and looking at it more closely with the assistance of the lantern, you do kind of see, like in the faintest crease of lines, some sort of sigil that when you touch it and turn your hand, opens the door. The sigil glows, and like a sliding glass door, but made entirely of stone wall, just out of the way.
These are still around? This is old. And I kind of stand back up and I make sure to hide the sigil under like where it was.
Yeah. It stops glowing after you're done like turning it to basically
caressing it.
Yeah.
Caressing the rune.
But out beyond that doorway is a very wide hall. The wall across from you looks like decorative slate, the kind that very rich people might have in their homes. The tile below is smooth, almost seamless, marble-like, and then looking above you can see why it's called a skyway. The ceiling, instead of being a ceiling, seems to be like looking directly up into a midday sky. And it has more of a 3D quality to it than if it's some sort of display or reflection.
Mm-hmm.
But the rat marches his way out, nods, and then sniffs and scents before turning and running in a direction.
Yeah. Well, I'll be right back, I say to the sky in the hallway as I run and follow the rat.
You're running under the sky.
It's
through the hallway. Yeah. Like, it's the entire hallway. Easily 15-ish feet wide. Just unending in two directions. and the rat is running in one direction. And so you're running underneath this amazing depiction of the sky. It is not a painting. It is not a reflection. It is like looking up at the sky. And so you've got the rat squeaking and running in front of you, and you've got what looks like the sky above you. And in the meantime, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I give a little like shocked laugh and I almost jump. So it's like I'm kind of flying in the sky as I can't help but enjoy it as I run after the rat. I just wanted to end that on as I disappear into the darkness.
You run and you jump, and the wind almost seems to pick up. You can feel it lift your hair. And you're gliding without touching the ground for at least 30 feet.
I keep bounding. I start really just bounding, like almost bird-like, with my hands out, just like enjoying, despite the fear that my friends just fell down a hole, like kind of enjoying myself, but then like, no, and then like running, but then kind of like jumping occasionally, but running as hard as I can.
Oh, yeah.
This joyful rat-filled side adventure is like peak kinder.
Oh, yes. Very much.
This is a Studio Ghibli dream I've always wanted.
Yes, so you are like full-on Studio Ghibli running down a beautiful hallway with the sky above you, and every time you leap, you glide on invisible wings forward.
In stark contrast.
Everyone else having a good time.
Stark contrast.
You're all good?
Stark contrast. Where we left the rest of the group, having fought and walked somewhat waterlogged down the hallway, they got through this foyer and Sybil opened the room. Jack stepped forward and was like full on right to the chest twice by this beautiful giant orb of rainbow transitioning light, just beam of arcing almost electricity directly to his chest as these like 6-ish small automatons of wood and metal and stone and vine lift themselves from underneath the counter and turn single-mindedly as one to stare at you guys. And Jack steps forward after that last beam of light. What are you guys doing?
Jax! Jax, are you okay?
He turned. I believe the last thing that was said the last time, Jack turns around and he looks at you, and his eyes are purple. They're like glowing purple, and he goes, "I'm great," and then he rushes forward
to go fight some more robots.
Okay,
all right.
And I'm stop me if I'm overstepping here, but I want to use an XP for something.
Go right ahead. What you doing?
Do it.
There are. You said there's 6 of them, correct?
Yeah, 6 that you.
And I'm assuming they stood up from a row. I'm assuming this is what happened.
Yeah, from a kind of pentagon-shaped counter, above which is the giant orb of light that's just transitioning through all the different rainbow colors. They stood up from underneath that. They're maybe 3.5 feet tall at most. They are not big, but they are watching you with single-minded intensity.
I feel threatened because this thing hit me, and now they're standing up. Jax is a wild man. He's a wild animal in civilization. I feel threatened, and so I am going to attack. And I'm going to use an XP. Use a player intrusion.
Okay.
The perfect setup.
Perfect setup. Nice.
For the warrior player intrusion. I'm fighting at least 3 foes, and each is standing in exactly the right spot for me. And they're all right next to each other, and I get to make an attack against them, all three of them, as a single action.
Okay.
You punch the front one
Excellent.
into the two behind it, and they
I make
explode.
a separate roll for each one though.
Yes, no, definitely.
Anime
So
AF.
you come running in. It is within that. It's even within that short distance that you need. That like immediate distance that you need to not even have to roll for your speed task. You come running in. As you're running, because it's the perfect setup, you dodge one of these arcs of light and make your first attack.
First attack coming through. That is
Hell
a
yeah.
1.
Oh my
One?
god.
Oh,
Are you?
This is like in Mask of Zorro. Whenever he like calls the horse, it's cool as fuck, and he jumps, and the horse just walks away. This is that equivalent of this every time.
So do you want the comedic one response, or are you going to use your energetic cipher
Oh yeah, we have that. I will use that.
to
We said to
reroll
reroll.
and like get rid of that one result?
Add too cool of a setup to let this
Yeah.
let this in like
Yeah,
let's
like,
do-
let's
put XP on it.
let's be
The
nice.
4.
Let's be nice on it. 4.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So you
not
don't,
meant to be.
Yeah.
you don't quite hit this first one.
Awesome.
Part of the
He like
interruption of that, though, you see like the glow of purple in your eyes flashes, and something almost painful, like just right through your head, like a sudden cluster headache, and then gone, like excruciating pain. And you see yourself not only miss, but stumble and roll right into the counter, getting just shocked insanely with the light, which you see yourself do this as you're mid-throw for that punch. And then you're back into the punch instead of actually having rolled and actually having missed. And you jerk just slightly because of that. It's disorienting. Next roll.
so he stops and he moves to the side and then juts right back in front of the next one and goes for a punch. That's a nat 20. Who am I?
Nat 20. So, nat 20, you can either choose to
Oh
do
my god.
2 extra damage or have a major effect.
A major effect.
Okay.
A major
Major
effect.
effect. Make
I
him
do enough
cry.
damage.
Do
You
it.
still do an insane amount of damage, because would you like to remind the audience what your damage is?
I do 6 damage.
6 damage with a
With my fist.
punch. Holy fuck, is that a
That's
lot?
a heavy weapon. That's a heavy weapon.
May I ask what the average amount of damage from like one of our fists would do? 2. So to put it into context, that's 6.
Yeah, 3 times the damage
That's
of
3
anyone else.
times.
His fists are guns. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So
My
you
fist,
go,
yeah.
you
are a
smash the
broadsword.
face into, like, or what would be the face into this thing. It doesn't have features. It's just the smooth mixture of wood and stone. And it goes flying literally into the light that had been powering them. The light briefly staggers, sort of like a Tesla coil, rocketing through each of the ceiling, and the connection to the other 4 drops briefly, and they go completely still, giving
still.
giving you 2 levels of advantage on
my God.
hitting the others as well.
No.
So he just, his fist just goes and smacks it to the side. He then drops down as they take this moment while it's like, not there for a moment. He drops really low to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He kicks his leg out and does a sweep. And as it's falling, falling to the ground, he then does like a flip, and his foot lands on his face as he's doing it. That's my goal. We're gonna see what happens though.
Nice.
That's a 15. Yeah, 15.
15 with that double level of task easement definitely hits. Definitely hits. So is that another 6 damage on the first one, or are you doing them all in a row like your intrusion had?
Yeah, I'm doing them all in the yeah.
Okay, so the second one, you go crashing into it, like foot like right into the face, and it caves in slightly and staggers back into the hole that it had come out of. It's still, you don't know if it is gone because of your kick. You don't know if it's just inactive because it does not have connection to the light currently.
And as Jax does this like flip when his foot, the like heel of his foot lands on the last one, he just looks back at you all, and he's like this ferocious like look in his eye, like he's some type of
like
like
purple eyes.
you know, picture Tarzan. You know?
Oh my god.
Good.
Glowing purple eyes.
A single lock just like in front of his face.
Excellent.
So are you only
So
able
badass.
to make 3 attacks with that intrusion, or are you able to attack all 6?
It says I can do 3 attacks as a single action with the
Okay,
intrusion.
3 attacks. All right, so yeah, as you go just rocketing forward, have that brief premonition style moment of having missed and just being destroyed by the light above. You then dodge, knock one directly into the light so that it experiences what you saw, which interrupted the other one, and it goes right into the counter again when you finish that hit. Standing back up, let's go ahead and see what the other 2 are doing. You have witnessed all of this.
In the doorway, like one
in the
head and
doorway,
another
freaked
head,
out.
like
Yeah. Kale was in the middle of panicking before, heard Jax's yell and saw the purple eyes and just stopped and is watching this now. And then is like shaking himself back to right, I was doing a thing. Was there a mirror or any kind of glass reflective thing in this foyer?
In the foyer, no.
Yeah, okay.
In
Gotcha.
the room, you would have to look around. So I would require
Yeah.
an intelligence or intellect based task of, since you are more collected now, just 9, so 3 or better.
Okay.
Or level 3, 9 or better.
Let's do this. I, in fact, rolled a 9.
Perfect. Just what you needed.
Just enough.
Looking around, you can't see a lot of reflective surfaces other than the actual surface of that hexagon counter. It's kind of copperish. Beyond it, you can see what appears to be a couple of doorways that are more obvious doorways than the one you went through.
Gotcha.
There's not really mirrors or glass anywhere beyond the fact that the ceiling is some sort of glass or substance that allows you to see directly up into the lake.
Okay. What Kale was looking for is like a shield or something that can reflect that light, because it seemed to do something very bad to Jax.
Now,
Where he almost went down on one knee before he like raged out and stood back up again, and I don't trust my chances being able to do the same.
there are like metallic, not necessarily pegboards, but display boards that are used for the various papers and posters that are up on the wall, and there is a table and a variety of chairs, but there isn't so much really sheeting or metallic sheeting for you to be able to rip off of something. So the closest that you're going to find is something vaguely metallic that's used to hold up posters.
That's fine. Yeah, if there's like a poster on the wall, I'll flip it around, like take it off its hook, flip it around, and kind of try and hold it in one arm.
Yeah. It's very light in comparison to what you're used to metal being, but it's solid.
And then I will join Sybil back by the door if Sybil's still there and be like, oh, we need to find some way to turn it off. Do you see a switch or anything?
Sybil is just like flipping through the journal that she found earlier that had my mom's maiden name on it. And I'm looking for anything that implies that anything that I can read. Like this is old, right? Like
Yeah. It's an intellect task of 6, so 18 or better.
6.
Jax is destroying things with his fists, and we're thinking very hard.
You are.
I have magic training. Does that help?
Yes, it does. So that
I
brings
assume
it
it's
down
magical.
to a 5.
These are my pretty new dice.
Ooh.
And if you betray me, I will throw you out this window. This is a threat. It was a 17. I needed a...
Well, you needed a 15 or better,
Oh,
so you got it.
Leave another dice.
So it takes a while, like just flipping through, but you are used to studying these old documents. You're used to flipping through old pages, and eventually you catch the pattern of it. Similar to some of the stuff that your mom has, packed away in crates and storage. And you start to be able to pick up words here and there. And it's still like trying to read, like someone from middle school trying to read a script from the Renaissance period. It's not easy. Nothing is standardized. But you start being able to go, okay, this is the entry, journal, and acceptance of the High Mage. And it is signed with someone whose last name is your mother's maiden name.
Well,
so you know that something about that. So you know that something about that journal, the High Mage, possibly the leader of the council. You're thinking back to what you know of that. Just putting it together. This was the leader of the council of the city during the Mage Era.
Ooh,
Great.
And
great.
so
we found a fancy house.
Yeah, so possibly your mom might be descended from, I don't know, the person who built this place, and maybe something about the name might help you.
Very cool. Sybil is just like flipping wildly through this and yelling like, Jax, are you good? Can they hear you? Does it seem like they can hear you?
You hear nothing back from him. He's just going ham. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for
He's
that.
completely feral right now.
You hear a lot of
Okay, but not super helpful, but you're doing great.
You're doing great, buddy. Keep it up.
Just trying to be supportive.
Okay.
Kale, I've never seen anything like this before, and I am afraid if we don't turn them off that he will die.
Yes, me as well.
I also don't know if they respond to anything, and there's really only one good way to try that.
What do you need?
We gotta go inside!
Right, I'll cover you. Stay behind the shields.
That's a poster.
But I'm holding up like this. Like I can fend off.
Like a
That is-
shield.
Yes.
That is okay. Great.
Defense,
Great.
So Jax, as they're doing this, the light sputters and sparks and tries to connect to another one of them, and it's like interrupted. It's not as fast as it was before, but it arcs down and connects to the one of the ones that you hadn't hit, and then another one of the ones that you hadn't hit, and they rise up again and they turn towards you, and both reach for you because it is like now within range. I would like you to make a speed defense roll.
Oh boy.
I'm trained in these.
Yeah, of 15 or better.
You better-
because it is difficulty 5.
I want you to anime blink out of there. I want you to
So-
do a full anime style body roll out of the way. I want you to appear in another area.
You're trained, so
Honey, you
it
should mention
is a
that.
12 or better because that reduced the difficulty.
I got a 6. Right? So like,
Unfortunately, 6 is not not good enough.
I thought
So,
you were
like-
trained.
So yeah,
I am-
unfortunately, 6 is not quite good enough. But yeah,
We
so,
do my
That's
best.
a might, though. You can take a few points of damage.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
so
fine.
I believe in
Yeah.
you.
one of them grabs hold of your leg because that's what it can reach. They're not big.
Oh.
They are not big, but you feel the connection of that kind of electrical light arcing through it and into your body. I would like you to make another intellect defense.
Ooh, fun. I'm
this is
actually also
also-
trained in these.
Good, because that is also
Damn.
another level 5, so 15 or better, bringing it down
It
to a
comes from
12
being
or better.
chaotic.
Yeah.
That is a
Oh, hell.
19.
Very
Oh,
good.
good.
Minor effect. You feel this thing arcing through your body, and it almost seems to power you. You are trained in your next task from that minor effect.
Nice. This shit only makes him stronger.
Great.
Mhm.
Yeah, he
See,
can
you're
My
do
fine.
element.
but I do need you to make a
Yeah.
not associated with this secondary speed defense roll from the other one also trying to grab you.
Yeah, sure, it's totally fine. Yeah. That's why another 6.
So another intellect defense roll because
no.
it's also trying to shock you with the light.
We're gonna use the same die and see what happens. It's 5.
5. So you feel it like where initially that seemed to have powered you, the addition of the second light just ricocheting through your body. You can feel your muscles lock up. And
Overload.
you are at least stunned for the next round. If you fail again, you will fall unconscious.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
So you guys are just
Really
like, I've got a poster, I've got a book, I've got a poster in a book, and we're gonna
That's
go
all
into
you
the
need.
room, and you
idiots.
see, like, you turn and, like, Jax is being feral, and these 2 little 3.5 foot automatons have wrapped themselves around his legs, and initially he's just like, "Ugh!" Like he's gonna be able to just pound the shit out of them, but then halfway through that, his body just freezes. And he is partially connected to that sparking light. What would you like to do in response?
Sybil kind of like pokes a head out from the poster that's protecting us.
Yeah.
And just it's like I don't know if they can. Hi, robots. Authorized user. Is this anything? Are you responding? And then goes.
What are you trying to do?
I talked to it. I don't know. I thought maybe it was an alive thing. I've never seen anything
likely
like
is.
this.
It may have some way of recognizing who is supposed to be here,
Yeah, I know. It's the
like a guard dog.
So,
I'm with the High Mage Radler. I don't know if that means anything to you.
I give you a look like, oh, what?
I just we'll talk about it. I promise.
speed defense task from each of you.
Great.
Oh boy. Oh good.
I'm not
Does
gonna-
danger sense help in any way?
What?
Does danger
You gotta-
sense help in any way?
Yes, that eases
Okay.
the task by 1.
Then we'll
Remember that
Hey.
this is level 5, so 15 or better for Kale.
Jeebus.
Because of that,
16.
it's a 12 or better.
Do I get any bonus for having a poster to help me?
No.
As a defense. Okay, great. Good.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm going to
So
spend some
we-
effort on this.
So, Kale
That's 4, 3. I need 9 or better if I'm
Yep.
bringing it down by 2.
and
I got another 9.
Sybil.
I got a 16.
Okay, so you barely dodge out of the arc of light that is trying to hit you guys.
Grand.
I'm a little slow because I think this poster will protect me, and I'm like, oh no, nope.
Yeah, you're just like, I have no faith in this. I have no idea what this diagram is. Kinder, running down the hall, leaping
Great.
and bounding and
Spinning
gliding.
like a
You
ballerina.
You hear something about screaming and high mage, and there's a wall at the end of the tunnel just like you had encountered before because that door closed behind them. So you mostly hear muffled shouting and maybe Jax's name and something about a high mage. But that's where the rat leads you to.
I'm like, they're excited because it's been a great day. They also just went through this. They're having the best time. Maybe it's a tea party. I'm gonna go see if
I mean,
there's
I'm here.
another doorknob, open it, and then kind of like bust in. Like, how's that? Isn't this the best day of your life?
Intellect task of since you have experience with this from having done the other one, 4, so 12 or better.
That's going to be a 12.
Okay, so yeah, you're just
Right.
like, oh, that's probably where it is. Pa, yeah, ha, and you see an open doorway with arcing light, and like Sybil and Kale have both leapt onto the ground, dodging out of the way, and you guys look back, and there's Kinder.
The most fantastic time. You wouldn't even believe it.
Watch out! Watch out!
Jax, I would like another intellect defense test.
I'm gonna put some. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna do it.
Okay.
We're just gonna see. Pass me. That's an 8.
8 unfortunately does not work. So you
Jax!
guys
Oh,
see Jax's locked body start to go limp as he goes unconscious, and he starts to fold in a similar manner to the automatons, and then he lifts.
Oh no.
And Jax,
Oh,
you
no.
are now connected to the light and
Oh,
turning
no.
towards the intruders.
This is the worst thing that could
I'm
have
doing
happened.
what now?
You are turning towards the intruders.
Oh no.
Oh, is it my turn?
In your head,
I
you
hope not.
hear intruders. Verify identity.
no.
Relative suspected. Intruders. Verify identity. Relative suspected.
Sure. Okay. So
But that
how
is-
close are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't have enough time to attack yet.
Cool beans.
But
Good.
At the entrance to the room, you do see figures that are blurred. One highlighted, almost brighter, of a blur. That is the intruder that is suspected to be relative.
Sybil, who the fuck is your mom? Sybil, who
Kinder, don't let that door close.
Jax, are you okay, buddy?
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
He
Great.
does like
hold the
tilt
door.
his head.
Why is Jax looking at us like that?
I don't know. He was. Is he still connected?
Yeah. With the
We
two
have to
little
go-
automatons wrapped around his
Oh,
legs.
no.
So
We have
that
to
they
get
can
those off.
maintain the connection.
It-
It is also starting to connect to the other ones. The one
no.
that he had knocked into it is just laying limp across the counter. The one with its face half crushed in is like moving kind of like it's injured and like jerking around. And then there are two others from that that it is just now connecting to that have turned and in like a very puppetry parody of Jax's movements have lined up with him to stare at you guys.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's 8 Jaxes. This is really bad.
Oh, yeah, we're
This is
gonna
a very
everybody-
bad idea.
No, Cliff is safe. No,
It's
Cliff is
just
safe.
3. It's just 3. It's just 3.
about to take
It's
over the
Jax
world.
with the 2 attached
Oh, no.
to him, and then
All I need is
2
three.
next to him.
Extel Jax becomes addicted to the feeling of power. This is the new plot to this fucking game.
This is Jax. This is how he becomes the big bad. Yeah.
Oh no.
So the 3 of you, how are you reacting to this trio of things against you? Jax with a couple wrapped around him, and then 2 independent, still mobile.
I'm going to look to Sybil and be like, find a way to turn it off. And then drop the poster and rush at one of the robots holding Jax's leg. Because I've gone completely unhinged.
You really have.
I really have.
So, Kinder, you also see this happening. Kale, I will go ahead and take a might attack.
Okay.
Like that's
Okay.
an unarmed attack. So a might
Right?
attack roll of
What is my
15 or
target?
better.
15 or better. I'm gonna
Well,
drop some
actually-
effort on this.
Actually,
Okay.
what is your might? Like not your pool, your total.
Oh, my total?
What like Jax? What would your normal might be?
Mine, 15.
15. Okay, so yeah, still 15 or better.
Okay. Then I'm spending an effort on this. And I'm hoping to get 12 or better.
Uh-huh.
19.
19.
19.
So
Nice.
the one that had caused that initial surge up, he's got a little bit of a different connection to you, Jax. And you shift that leg out of the way, but the one that has you connected to the light, that second one that grabbed hold of your leg, Kale, like, bull rushes into your knee, grabbing hold of this. And I would like contested might rolls
Great. Yeah.
from you guys.
That'll be no problem.
Sure, I'm great at this.
Is this a might defense test? Because those are hindered for me.
Or just
Yes.
straight on might versus might.
It is a might
And
defense task.
I'm literally trying to grab this robot and just pull it off
So-
of Jax.
Yeah, so it is holding on to Jax, and Jax is pulling his leg away from you. So he is hindered by 1, which adds 3 to your roll.
All right.
That's a nat one.
Adds 3, like it takes it up
That
3
was a
steps,
nat
or just
1?
adds.
Yeah. It's a nat one.
You
I would not lie.
Rip.
Yeah.
you rip this creature off of Jax, feeling the
I only rolled a
connection
14,
of
but
light
that's still better. Yeah.
arcing through you instead.
Okay, good. Okay, great. That's fine.
So
I
you are
grab
on your
it.
back on the ground with the light connected through this creature to you instead. And Jax, you have this moment of clarity of not an intruder. Target is that's Kale. That's Kale. Possible relative is Sybil. Oh shit, Kinder got here. And you have another chance at an intellect defense task against the remaining thing connected to you.
Okay, cool beans. Okay, this time I will do it. I will use I put effort into it.
Yep.
You didn't put
Probably
effort
better.
into it the first time?
No,
He was trying to
Like,
save his
it's
points.
fine.
He was trying to
Oh
save
my
his
God.
points.
My
I
God.
don't have a lot of intellect. Okay, I can't be just using effort every time. Here we go. So that is that's an 11.
11 is
Mhm.
one shy.
Oh no!
No.
No!
One shy. So like you see
Oh.
Kale
This guy is going to jail.
Like tackle
Eat it.
you. Like one of the intruders tackles you, rips this thing off of you, and you feel the momentary loss of connection that lets you see that's not an intruder, that's Kale. The possible relative, intruder, possible relative, no, that's Sybil. Kinder's here? And there's the brief moment of confusion of when did Kinder get here before
We all
you
went there.
feel
How long have I been
light
out?
just rocketing through you one more time, and intruders, possible relative detected. Intruders, defend the study.
Okay, cool. Is there a thing? Do I have enough time to say something while in my moment of clarity?
Yeah, we've got a couple more couple more turns before yours in this round. I also need an intellect defense task from Kale, because Kale
This is the
also
point where I remember.
connected.
But I have an
Great.
open mind, and my defense rolls are hindered.
So instead of a
Fun.
15,
Not
that
good.
is now an 18.
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
even know that I can make this, but I'm going to put some effort on it. I want to put 2 levels of effort on this because it's
Okay.
very important I make this.
Okay.
So 15 is 5, 4, 3, goes down to 3. I need 9?
No, it was hindered.
It was
so
18.
that was 18. So now it goes
18,
down
right.
to 12 or better.
12 or better.
Yeah.
Oh boy. 13.
13. Good.
Just.
So you have it in your head of intruders, relative, and then you let go.
Nope, no.
You let
You're
go.
not talking my head.
Your gloves are burned, and you can see claws coming through them.
Oh no.
Oh.
But you are
No.
not being controlled.
That's good.
You are
I'm gonna
not
scoot.
being
I'm
controlled.
sure I fell down or something, and I scoot back a little bit
Yes,
from
you were
the
you were
robot.
on your back, and you were just like,
Yeah.
Sybil, how are you reacting?
Like Chris Pratt in that Jurassic Park movie. It's just like very, very slowly, like stands up and like is approaching Jax. Like, I live here. Hello? Can you hear me, Jax? Are you in there? I think I'm related to this person. And she holds the journal up and like kind of points at it and is like taking very, very slow steps towards Jax, who will absolutely obliterate me if you fail
In one punch.
your thing again. You will obliterate me. And she's like, I'm with the High Mage.
So
I'm just
you
like
will,
hiding behind the
instead
journal.
Instead of attempting to defend against Sybil, you will make contact to verify if Sybil is your chosen target. Kinder. How are you reacting to all of this, having literally shown up and
Welcome to the party.
Boy, this ball of light. So there was something familiar that happened earlier where I had been trained how to open a magic door.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at this ball of light. Is this something that I've been told about? Is this another one of those things that's been passed on from knowledge?
Grandma would not have encountered one of these.
Grandma,
because they were not
please!
active. Well, they were not active until about 7 years ago.
Or grandma. Oh, what happened 7 years ago? Does anyone remember that piece of lore? That 7 years come up?
Nope.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
you
think
guys
so.
don't know that it hasn't been active except for the past 7 years. But yeah,
Oh boy.
this was not active.
Oh boy.
None of these were active. Like your grandma might have encountered these rooms before, but not one where it was active.
So here's what I would like to do.
Mhm.
I have a ability called advantageous malfunction.
Excellent.
Yep.
And it does. Let me get the actual thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Is the oh my god, where the hell is the full doc with the highlights?
The
Oh
full
my
doc
god.
with the highlights is pinned in the
Thank you.
rules and
You
notes
need-
chat.
It says because I haven't pulled up.
Can
Yeah.
you please grab me
Yeah.
the details really quick for
Yeah.
thank you, because I'm like it's been a minute since I've had this set up.
Yeah.
Do you just hold on? Do you just want me to read this because I can't copy it?
I do
Is that
believe,
okay?
I
Yeah.
do believe that it is to do a player intrusion of an advantageous malfunction. You expend an experience point to use the player intrusion, and a object or machine of relevant roleplay capacity or story will malfunction or start to work as is beneficial to the player.
I would like to spend an experience point to malfunction the ball of light and these automatons.
Okay. So
Excellent.
mark off an experience point. And as you are trying to figure out what to do, you're just smacking where the control panels you think might be, because there's control panels for doors, there might be control panels for this, and you're just
Slapping the wall.
Great. Thank you for coming
back.
Good.
Yeah. And something about the light and the residual sparks of magic in the room, you feel a shock in your hand, and the light kind of stops shifting between the different rainbow colors and loses connection with a couple of them. You're not sure if it has stopped entirely, but it's not as wild.
Okay, great. I look over at where Kayla is and Sybil is. I always knew just hitting things until it works was a viable defense strategy. And then I go back to just slapping the wall to see if luck has another hit.
So, Jax, that brings us around to you. If your chosen target is Sybil, you are being instructed to verify on that one and defend against the others. To verify, you just need to make physical contact.
Jack's standing really tall and very solidly, just walks straight up to Sybil, but eyeing Kale.
Yeah, I'm on the floor cowering, staring at you in terror.
Hiding behind
And still and just keep alternating between Kale and Kinder, and then walks up to Sybil without saying anything and just pats you on the shoulder.
Sybil, you feel
Okay.
You feel the power and the light that had been connected to Jax kind of buzz through you.
Ooh. I hate
It's tingling and almost burning, and Jax's hand passes directly through you as he's touching you.
Right.
Jax, the connection ends as you hear relative confirmed. The automaton falls off of your leg and the light goes dim. It's just barely enough to light the room.
How did I get here?
But Sybil, you're kind of stuck in see-through mode at the moment.
And through you.
Hi, bud. Jax, are you back?
Oh my! Are you right here? Can I see Sybil?
Yeah,
it's
right in front of you.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of like seeing through fog. It's hazy behind Sybil, but you can see through Sybil. You can just also happen to see Sybil is standing right there, holding the book up.
Hi.
I almost killed you. No, seriously, this close.
Thank
if
you
you weren't,
for...
I'm
if
very
you weren't
aware.
related, if you weren't related to whoever who owns this place, you'd be dead right now, like so dead. It's so crazy how dead.
Great. Great. I need to go sit down, I think.
Yes.
You okay?
Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I got a little headache. But other than that,
Kinder's back, by the way. I don't.
Oh, hey,
Kinder. Where you been?
It's okay. You okay? I think Kinder's having a moment.
Their hands are like red because they've just been slapping the walls. Oh, I'm glad that worked.
I don't know how it did, but
I'm a very lucky person.
Yeah. Yep. Sybil just like does not move from where she is and just like slowly starts sitting down, just like where all of this went down. Just like, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna take a second.
Kinder, I'm very glad to see you. I thought that you might have been caught in the cave-in. Very sorry that you're here. This is not the best place to be, but
This place has been amazing so far. This has actually been like a blip in my adventure. You all came through that door, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have fun on your way here? You didn't see the sky, jumping around, dancing, spinning,
We almost got eaten.
We did see the sky.
Once or twice, yes.
Yeah.
Sybil is currently missing their cardigan.
Yeah.
Where
Sybil and Jax are
like-
damp.
And yeah, they're still slightly damp.
That's why the electricity worked so good.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And no other reason.
Yeah, sure.
We saw the sky, fought a giant kraken thing.
Yeah.
It might be dead. I think it's just unconscious though. Didn't confirm because it sunk too far down in the little water that we were in. And then we came here. There was a bunch of books, so I zoned out. And then the next thing I know, Sybil's walking through the door, and I was like, "Jax, I need help." And I do that. That's what I do. I help. So, those ones over there, I got to before I got. So, but not my best moment. But
Pardon me if I need to sit down for a moment. I think we almost
Join
just
me.
died
Join
several
me on the
times.
floor.
You will all be incredibly relieved to hear this. I actually have really good news.
Yeah.
The rats are fine.
Oh,
that's
well,
good to hear.
only good for the rats.
I was worried about that. Kind of like on my way.
The rats are totally fine.
Yeah.
The best news. We can go home.
Okay, cool. Are we done here?
Kale has
No.
noticed the claws peeking through their gloves and is shoved their hands deep into their pockets and is trying very much to ignore that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
We'll still see through.
Yes.
I'm gonna turn. What?
What? Oh.
You
Hmm.
were recognized as the descendant of whoever owns this place, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what the thing told me. It was like intruders. One intruder, verify identity, something like that. Relative intruder, relative verify identity, something like that.
So, she flips the cover of the book over and points down at where it says it. So that name right there, Radler, that's my mom's maiden name.
Oh,
Cool.
And it's not the most common name, so I thought maybe it was weird, but whoever this person was affiliated with the High Mage, or might have been the High Mage. That doesn't seem accurate, because
Why not?
I mean, magic's been gone for ages, and my folks don't really. That's not really a thing, but
Well, if it's been gone for ages and this place is so old, it does make sense. You have to come from somewhere, and magic used to be everywhere.
Magic went to sleep. Maybe it's waking up.
Impossible. What? Why would that be a thing that popped into your head? I can't believe you would think that. In my Cypher fantasy?
My aunt always told me about how the magic went to sleep. Honestly, this is the first time I've ever heard somebody say it's just gone. Like when I started talking to y'all, but like
Well, yeah.
my aunt always hinted that it was kind of like still there, just like a rest.
No,
Just taking a break.
as far as I know, it went away. It was here, and then something happened, and then it went away.
Yes, that's what I'd heard as well.
Sleep.
I don't think it. I'm just still like trying to poke a hand
Can you
through her own hand. Like I don't
turn
actually.
that off?
I don't think I can.
Maybe
Jack.
if you think real hard, like
She like tries to hit Jax on the probably his knee since I'm sitting down and you guys are just still standing.
I'm slumped down beside you as well. I'm just like quietly hyperventilating.
It takes about a minute to pass through something, so you slap him and your hand goes partially into his knee, and then is like slowly moving through.
Can you feel that?
can I? No.
Can I feel his
so weird.
bones?
No, it's just kind of like tingly, like your hand's asleep.
He has no bones.
Jax, I don't
Can I
think you
touch
have
your
any
bones? Is such a line.
Jax,
It's a nice kneecap, yeah.
how are you okay with this? My hand
I
is
don't know.
inside of your leg.
I mean, I don't know. I just kind of take things as they go,
Yeah, sure.
quit.
Yeah, fine. Pulls her hand
Yeah,
back.
like 2 minutes ago, I was mind controlled, and now I'm not, so it's fine,
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. A lot of things wrong with that.
Are my eyes still purple?
Yes.
A little
They're
bit,
not
yes.
glowing anymore, though.
Lovely.
I think that if you are the one who is in control of these devices, we need to protect you.
There is no control here.
No, if you are related to the person who once own this facility, I know words, then that means this is now your facility.
And you need
So
to tell it
therefore-
not to kill us again, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
Authorize us as guests.
We're all with the High Mage. Just talking to the sky. Just like, authorize guests.
There doesn't seem to be a response.
I hit a wall for good measure after you say that, just to be like,
Smack.
just in case.
Sometimes you gotta do the old.
So glancing
Sometimes you gotta hit it.
Yeah, and glancing over at Kinder, Kale, you remember trying to check to see if there was any airflow in that
Yes.
hallway. And there wasn't, that you were able to determine. There just kind of seems to be a consistent, slight breeze fluffing Kinder's hair.
Is there any air movement,
No.
or is it just a Kinder
an
thing?
effect. It's just a Kinder effect.
I'm not even going to try to figure that out. There's been a lot today.
Fabio, like the hair and the
Yes.
breeze.
Good.
Kind of have a
Excellent.
Fabio thing going on right
Yeah.
now.
It's just the moment. I'm the moment. That's all
Kill-
it is.
Runs a hand through their hair like they're trying desperately not to freak out, and finds that it's a little bit longer, and is like, again? What's that? Yeah.
Kale, what's up with your hand?
Don't. I stuff my hands in my armpits and just look at you. Absolutely nothing.
Are you
Kinder slowly turns.
Don't bring it up. That's what they're sensitive about.
Are you trying mentally to just go away, just stop, just go away?
Yes, 100%.
You can spend an intellect point to stop that particular effect.
To pretend it doesn't exist.
Well, no, you can spend an intellect point if you are trying to concentrate and be just don't be there. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Manifest.
Kale is going to try that. Alina's not going to spend the point.
Okay. So if you are not spending the point,
Yes.
then the effect remains.
Yeah, good.
You are not able to reverse your transformation currently.
Good.
Love the things I'm finding out right now. It's cool.
Jax, would you like kick one of those little guys over here? I want to look at it. Or
Jax goes to one that's still intact, I guess. Do you want it? Does it need to be okay? Can it be like, you know?
I don't. The less you punched it, the better.
Okay, I didn't punch these ones, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he lifts it up with a hand.
Yeah.
Chucks it over there.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, it goes sliding, goes about a half inch into your leg, and then you like scoot back a little bit.
I don't know if this is going to do absolutely anything. She like takes a hand and just like puts it on its face and just like
pressing it in. Okay.
Squished.
Is this anything? Is this what you need? No.
Your hand is just slowly sinking into the surface of its head.
Ah. Gross. She repeats the same thing, that like, these are my guests and I'm with the high mage and we're fine, as her hand just slowly sinking through the face of this robot.
Okay. So yeah, the little automatons are not reacting in any way. They're essentially turned off and no longer connected via arcs to the very dim light that is just a hovering, glowing orb in the center of the room.
Great.
There doesn't seem to be a reaction to your declaration of yourselves as guests, but there is also no further attempts to attack you, and movement around, like Jack's going and kicking or / throwing. The creature did not initiate any further defensive protocols.
Guys, I think we're good.
Yeah, maybe
right.
it's off now. You know?
Yeah. Maybe avoid the glowing light thing.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we
Yeah,
do
you can
now?
touch yourself just fine, by the way. It's just
Oh, great.
touching other things. You gradually
Are you like a-
sink through them.
You're like a ghost or something?
I am not a ghost. Just very offended at that. Can I? She thinks really hard about being solid, much like Kale.
If you expend an experience point, you can reverse your current transformation. Or not experience point, intellect point.
No.
Sorry.
Oh.
Intellect point, not experience
Yeah.
point.
I'll
Intellect.
spend an intellect point.
Yeah.
You kidding me? Sure.
Yeah.
XP.
So, like, as you're, like, concentrating really hard on not being transparent or translucent, it gradually, like, starting where Jax had touched you, like, solidifies again.
Wow!
Oh.
Look at you.
Okay.
So you can
Right.
That's cool. You can control it. You can be a ghost when you want to, and then not a ghost when you want to.
I don't
We
feel.
knew. You feel alright?
Yeah. That's not alarming at all.
Do you
All right, we-
feel a connection to the underworld or the other plane? Like what's going on? Like
Underworld.
like
To
what's
the
going on?
Not I feel pretty normal, I think. Although I don't have to breathe anymore, I don't think.
What?
Kind
Maybe should have mentioned that earlier.
I
What?
did. We were
You're
we were-
starting to sound more and more like a ghost. I'm
No, we were
sorry,
busy.
but like this is the thing, you know?
we
Like,
were busy, and then we got more busy, and then we fell in
Sybil?
the water. Yeah.
See how? Can you hold your breath really quick and we can
Yeah.
count it and see if that's true?
Yeah.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi.
When do you
5
stop
is-
counting?
When does Sybil breathe?
When do you stop counting?
Do we want to do a long rest or a short rest here? Because I can get out some tea. We can get out snacks.
Yeah,
we can
like
stare at
if you're
Sybil.
just gonna stare at Sybil while Sybil holds their breath, about 15 to 20 minutes later, you'll feel the pressure of needing to take a breath in.
That got really
What?
boring.
I
How long was that?
20 minutes.
Far too long.
That's wow.
The thing
okay.
about it now, you can go diving without a tank or
Maybe
whatever
I
they use.
was just really good at that before. I don't know. I've never tried.
We knew that coming down this deep meant there might be some strange side effects, and then they realized that their claws are visible and they tuck them away again.
Kale.
You're turning into a bug because scorpions can hold their breath for over 6 days.
I think Kale's
Wonderful.
turning into a bug. Did you see
No,
that?
no.
Sybil's
What?
the only one that has
What?
noticed this twice and is like, what is happening?
You know, speaking of weird things happen, I had a vision. It was wild. I was about to, like when I was killing those things, right? I was about to punch the first. You saw the first one, how I missed it, right? Unfortunate. But the only reason I missed it, the only reason I missed it is because I saw myself. I saw myself punching it as I was doing, and then I tumbled, right, and I fell, and then next thing I know, I was still in the middle of punching it, and so I just stopped because it felt like that was going to happen if I kept going.
You sure it wasn't just whatever the light was doing to you?
Nope.
Let me
They weren't attached to me at that point.
Can I sit in front of me? I'm gonna do a quick eye look at the eyes, knee reactions. I'm just gonna make sure everybody's good because everybody's got weird shit going on. You're all getting a checkup real fast from the doctor, the veterinarian. So
Jackson's eyes
a
used
doc
to be
finder.
brown.
Please, oh my god, don't leave us.
do a quick doctor check, baby.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Y'all
So,
okay?
no longer brown, bright purple eyes.
That's
ameth-
beautiful.
Like glowing amethyst purple.
That's beautiful. When did you get work done?
What? What are you talking about?
When did you get your eyes? They're this incredible shade of glowing purple. Where did you? Are they contacts that
Really?
glow? Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. They're usually brown. Last time I
They
checked, they were
sort
brown.
of lit up when you got hit by that bolt.
And not in the way that you enjoy fighting, kind of lit up. Lit up, I suppose, like it's a ding 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 lit up.
Oh, that's cool. I really like the color purple. It's my jacket, you know. But no, yeah, I really like the color purple. So I'm glad about this. This is great.
Did
Great.
I accidentally color your jacket purple without realizing it? Or did you tell me to color it purple?
I know I told you the color purple.
Okay, good.
You're good.
Good.
Right. But everything else is fine on him. He's good.
He's got the partially healed wound of a massive creature's mouth, having grabbed onto his arm and is bandaged up, the blood has stopped, but the massive snake creature quite literally bit his arm and was swinging him around. So he's got that wound still. It's not, it's closed up, it's in the process of healing, but it's not gone, magically speaking.
It's just healing a little faster because if that just happened.
Yeah, it's not bleeding out or anything,
Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Bring that back to me in an hour. I have something I want to see.
Okay.
Yeah, let's wrap it back up.
Thanks. I do my best, but I can only do what my aunts tell me, and she's not a medic.
Yeah.
You know?
Neither am I. And I'm going to turn to Sybil. All right, bring it in. What? You good? You good? Book, me, bang.
I'm solid.
Gonna push see if he start going through again. How did you stop that?
I thought really hard about it. I don't know. I really don't.
Can you think really hard right now about turning invisible?
Can I?
You can, you won't though.
Not like invisible, but like going see-through, like
Ghosty.
nothing
Oh,
happens.
going
if I-
ghost.
You have not quite gone ghost yet. You do not
Great.
have that focus ability yet. It was a brief interruption from your contact with a direct source of magic.
Great.
Raw magic straight to you.
Oh, you mean like that big old ball over in the corner? Right. Yeah.
Just possibly. Just possibly.
I don't think so. I feel fine. Just tired and wet.
Okay.
Actually, the water wouldn't have like gone with you. So while your hair is still slightly damp, you individually are fine.
Actually, yeah. Wait, I'm just tired.
This is something, again, both of you took a very strong dose of magic, and that it seems, so please keep checking in with me if you're experiencing any symptoms. Let's keep a record of it. Let's just make sure that we're communicating if you notice anything. Speaking of communication, you bitch, and I'm going to turn to Kale.
I have like been ignoring you. I'm in the corner. I'm like rifling through my bag. I'm like, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Everything's fine. I'm off away from the group.
But you're off in the corner?
Sure.
So you see where the rat has currently hidden. As you as it moves away from you, you see it carefully avoid a pressure plate in the ground that's in front of one of the 3 doors and go around the other pressure plates that are in front of the other doors.
I'm going to not move.
Yeah. As Kinder comes stomping up to you.
Kinder comes and I go, whoa, stop. And I put my hand up. So, there are, I think that may be a pressure plate.
I've already grabbed your hand. What the fuck?
No, let go. I'm trying to pull my hand away.
I knew you were turning into a lizard.
I've still got the gloves on, so it's covering most of it, but there's what, black claws you said coming through the end now?
Yep.
What is happening?
Are you gonna pull the glove off?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm tossing it. It's gone. It's out. It's yoink.
So yeah, random partially transformed hand. So strong claws and joints. So the fingers are slightly thickened. The glove was very tight on it, so it was busting at the seams. Very reptilian, yeah.
I got iguana hands.
That's incredible. It's like you've grown the rest of the 28 bones in the lizard's body. And I'm going to kind of just be turning your hand around. I am a vet, so I do have the lizard hand stats up on my other screen.
Excellent. I'm trying to fight and pull away for as soon as you get the glove off, I'm just I just give up.
Yeah. Is incredible. The detail on this. How did you get work done?
No.
When did this
I did
happen?
get a bolt of energy to the brain, I think.
Did you also get hit by the magic?
Briefly.
All right, so this is going to be... I'm going to turn over and I'm going to look at Sybil, and I'm going to turn back to Kale. Kale, can you think really hard that your hand isn't a lizard's hand, that it's your normal hand? Can you think about it?
I think that I haven't.
I'm going to need you to focus on it, and I'm going to really need you to look at your hand, and rather than freak out about it, I want you to focus on what your hand looks like normally.
All right.
Don't freak out. There's a difference between focusing and freaking out.
I'm going to take my bag and move back towards the center of the room and be like, don't step over here. And then sit down, compose myself.
I'm going to sit down and take out the thing of tea. You haven't uncorked it, so the smell's coming up underneath your nose.
Perfect. And I will inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Do the panic calming breaths.
The teapot, like, blows an extra bit of steam in your face.
I assume that was kinder. I don't open my eyes.
Yep.
Sorry.
Do you expend the intellect point to reverse the transformation?
I think it's funnier if I don't.
It's up to you. Maybe
Okay.
you're just stuck in a rut.
Yeah, I hate it. It's great.
Yeah,
Let's do
you're
it.
just stuck in a rut. Yeah, so
I'm
like,
too scared. I can't. It's
Yeah.
like when you're trying not to think about the thing that you're panicked about, you can't not think about it.
yep.
And even with the smell of the tea, I can't get this out of my head.
Yep. The Kinder, you see the teapot puff out more steam from its mouth again, like almost sigh-like, as the concentration just fails to assist.
My teapot is disappointed.
You know it's bad. You know it's bad when your teapot's disappointed in you.
Yeah, and so Kale has been like breathing now for a couple minutes, and then I'll crack an eye open and be like, did it work?
No.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Damn it.
That's cool though. You can like maybe to help you climb better. You know, I know you like climbing.
Yep.
You know, and-
This is going to make it very difficult to serve tea.
You're also the first to be really close to Kale since the end of this encounter, right? Kinder?
Yes, I think
And,
so.
and you're inspecting them fairly closely?
Yeah.
I imagine
Yeah.
like the hair is different. They used to have it like really close cropped, and now it's a little longer.
Yeah. It's a little longer.
Your hair grew
It's
really fast.
It's almost thicker, even. Yeah, it's almost thicker, even.
What are you drinking these days? Is it like a keratin? Is it like a bone broth
Nice
kind of
oolong,
thing?
if you must know.
Is that good for hair?
Slightly peaty, a little bit woody.
Yeah, but is it good for hair?
Tea's wonderful for everything.
Bullshit. Answer. Is it good for hair? Is oolong known for its qualities on hair? Alina, you
Not
better look this up because
specifically.
I'm not
Not
walking away
specifically.
without.
It is known to be a very mild antitoxin. It should be good for the skin. I couldn't say that it's particularly good for the hair.
Well, then you're drinking some kind of reverse oolong because your skin scaly,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
hair thick.
Yeah. Antioxidants present in oolong can give a radiant glow to your skin. Consuming it can slow down the aging process, and making a rinse of it and applying it to your scalp can stimulate hair growth.
I literally
Oh, maybe it's
can't.
that. Maybe it was that.
Have you been rubbing oolong into your hair?
No, actually.
Then no, it doesn't have the property. God damn it! Ah. All right. Well, something's going on. Good luck. I don't
Your
know
hair
what to.
moving.
Kinder, do you know
Correct.
that your hair is moving?
That's just my
Sort
hair.
of
It
its
just
own
looks
accord?
nice. I don't think that's true. Like, there's probably wind in here.
Can I blow at their hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll like
Yeah, it
continue to blow.
yeah. Kale's breath smelled like fresh tea, freshly made tea. But you kind of expect
Like smelling
that at this
people's
point.
breath.
Yeah, but you kind of expect that at this point.
I almost smell like tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? It's,
I mean,
it's probably
there's no
wind
breeze.
or
There's no breeze in here. I don't think.
You haven't been
It's
here
just my-
down here as long as the rest of us.
I had my own adventure.
I suppose that's
What'd
true.
you do?
Listen, if I told you, you wouldn't even believe me.
Try me.
I skipped down a hallway.
That's fun. That's
That
fun.
was it. That was my adventure. I went through
do
a
actually
crevice and
believe you.
I skipped through a hallway.
That is definitely the Kinder I know.
Yeah.
Skipping through hallways is a good pastime, honestly.
It is, and especially if you bounce a little bit. Honestly, it might be an effect from using the Skyway.
You used the what?
So, according to the rat delegate elected by the commune, which, by the
Squeaks
way,
at you.
please be deferential.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourselves to the delegate. Thank you.
Yeah. It squeaks at you.
Nod at the rat. Yep.
Nice to meet you.
This rat took me through something known as the Skyway. It is a tunnel or a hallway or a room. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks as though the sky is on the ceiling completely and totally. And when I walked through it, it was as though I was floating through the air. So it could be the residual touch of the Skyway itself.
You guys
You know.
definitely didn't float when you were in the hallway.
Yeah.
The sky ceiling.
I'm pretty sure it went through the same hallway.
We did.
We
And,
walked, though.
Yeah.
Did you try to jump?
Jax threw a rock.
Yeah.
It didn't do
Oh.
anything special.
Maybe it's only activated by people. Here, go on in and try it. I'm going to gesture towards the hallway. It's very fun.
Can you open the door?
All right.
We haven't been able to find a way out.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to turn. Is the doorknob there?
It's not a knob. It's just like
It's
find
yeah,
the
okay.
right part of the wall and press.
I'm
it
going to
with
look
your
for the
hand point.
rune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to look for the rune and
It takes you a
Yeah.
bit, but you find it.
I'm going to do the little
As soon as it
gesture.
opens, like, oh, thank the skies.
So speaking of skies.
Yeah. Oh, the
Go check it
sky in that section is more like seeing the sky through water because you're under the lake now.
Yeah. No, I don't think I'm doing it.
Hold on. I'm going to try and throw you.
You're gonna try
I wanna see
and throw
Pick up Jax.
Yeah, we're trying to pick up
Okay,
Jack
yeah,
and throw.
let me see a mic check.
Happy to. Fucking
Can
happy
you lift
to.
this boy?
I believe in you.
This is a very
You know what?
beefy boy.
Tell me what the level is, and I'm going to spend a pool.
He's big and muscular, so he's let's say that it's a 5 or a 6, so 18 or better. Yeah.
All right, so we're bringing it down 1 because I kind of want to see what happens.
yeah, so you're spending
He's
some
6'2".
some effort.
Oh my God.
Okay.
About 210.
Yeah, so-
he's a
Yeah,
big one.
so that's 2 point off of your might pool. Trying to. Oh my god, you were so loud that your mic dropped you.
I have no idea what you just
I
said.
was like, what?
You're so happy though.
I'm excited for you.
18.
It's plenty,
A
baby.
nat 20.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
So, like,
Throw the man.
It's a strain. It is a strain, but something like Jax, you feel like this lift of wind around you, sort of like a little mini whirlwind, as somehow Kinder manages to get you a couple inches off the ground and toss you. You don't go very far.
Time of my life.
Yeah, you don't go very far, but you get up off the ground a little bit, and then they try to toss you, and it's like barely. It's definitely not the same effect that you had, Kinder. It's not like the long glide, but like you manage to like wind gathers around you as you. Yeah.
I look at Sybil and I'm like, I didn't think that was possible.
I don't know that Sybil came. I think Sybil's still staring at the ball of energy in the room. Like
Okay.
she's still there.
Contemplating.
Nobody's
Considering
ever picked
touching
me
it.
up.
Not gonna do it.
The only person who ever picked me up is my aunt. It's wild.
That means I'm your aunt now.
He definitely didn't go very far, but
You know, that works.
Yeah. No, but I felt a breeze. That was cool.
See? There's some
Did
kind
you
of
do that?
thing running through here. No.
No, I didn't feel it until you tried, and it's gone now.
Maybe you were just so giddy to be held? I don't know.
Why don't you show us, kinda?
Sure. So it helps if you kind of get a walking start. And then I think if you do it the right way, it'll take you. And I'm going to kind of walk back and then kind of run and then leap up like I did the last time.
yeah. there's a slight breeze that seems to rush past Kinder at you guys, as Kinder quite literally seems to glide as if on invisible wings forward, just through the air, a good 20-25 feet down the hallway.
And I'm going to land very gracefully and kind of pivot and turn and give a bow. And that is how you use
and I
the
just
skyway.
raise an eyebrow of like,
No, yeah, something's happening to them too, but we're just
yes,
gonna...
oh, very much so.
Golf clap, golf clap, golf clap.
It's like, this is really fucking weird.
I'm afraid to say, Kinder, I think you've also got the magic bug or whatever this is.
But I didn't touch any beam of light. How would that even be possible? The
air down here might have a
crystals!
particular miasma or something. I haven't particularly figured it out yet.
Oh, the crystals did it. I knew I shouldn't have wedged myself in a crevice.
But crystals? You touched some crystals?
Yeah, I really got my hands up on some crystals.
I tried to punch one and didn't quite work.
Oh, that went very poorly.
Okay, well, at least I'm not a lizard.
Well,
Low blow, Kinder, low
let's
blow.
suppose.
I mean, can I touch the light
Yes, you can.
while everybody's
You do,
having this
you do have
conversation?
impulse issues. You do have impulse issues. So you touch the light.
Does anything happen?
In your head, you hear relative, access granted, access granted. Welcome, Great Grand. Welcome, Great Grand. You also feel some sort of tingling throughout your body. Leaving this for whoever so happens to descend me. I welcome you. Whatever grandchild may appear. From what I've seen, you are small and curious, and could certainly use a little bit of sense sometimes. I am glad to see that my academia has survived in some fashion, and sincerely hope that you watch over our city as I have in my lifetime. If you should choose to be as adventurous and curious as I have seen of your childhood, you may find a few hints of the visions that I have had further within. But I invite you into my study.
Are you done now? Was that a... Are
Sybil
you...
went, okay, boomer.
Are you like
Sybil-
seriously
Sybil
copying this down?
Sybil, yeah, like is like one-handed, like trying really hard to open up a journal and like well, the other one's just holding on to it. Are you? Is this like a recording, or are you real?
I'm an imprint.
You're a real person. You're my great grandparent.
Great many times, but
Great. You've. I'm talking to. Hey guys.
Yeah.
I touched the thing.
Don't! What?
Are you
There's-
okay? Are you being mind controlled?
No. My great times like a lot grandparent is in there. I think.
I
They're
correct
talking
you
to
once
me.
again, young child, that
Oh.
I'm merely an imprint.
I made them upset, but like not like kill us upset. Just
keep talking to them?
I
See what
they
they
said
can
that
tell
we're
you.
invited, that we can go into the study.
Okay.
This isn't the study?
No,
Hmm.
it based on the architecture, this wouldn't look like some kind of study. You know, that's
Ask
the
them what it
books and
is.
stuff.
Where are we? What's happening?
Great Grand, where are we?
This is one of my studies throughout the entire Academia City.
Academia City.
Yes. I believe that descendants eventually named it Isonbridge.
Yeah, Isonbridge. That's. But we're not in Isonbridge. We're like under Isonbridge.
Yes, I have a few hidden gems throughout the city.
Can I take you with me? Like, do you have to stay here? I want to keep talking to you, but like we should. There's so many things. I have a lot of questions. I'm panicking.
As would be expected.
Okay. How did you get in there? What is this?
The room you are in is merely the guard's room.
The guard. Yeah, Jax, you're right. It was the guards.
Yeah, told you.
Also, do you have like a speaker mode? This is cool and all, but my friends would probably like to hear what's going on too.
Find the right door, and perhaps.
I love disappointing my great grandparents.
So we wander in and Sybil's just talking to herself in the middle of this room.
You guys walk back in, and Sybil has reached up and has touched the giant glowing ball of energy in the middle of the room.
It's fine.
And
It's fine.
standing there talking to it. When they turn around, bright white glowing eyes.
Great, cool.
Whoa.
Guys, I'm related to this person.
Pointing at a giant glowing ball.
Are you in my head?
I am permeated within the entirety of the study. I cannot leave it, as you had asked of me.
Great. Can you... Your voice is in my head. Can I, like, see you in my head? Like, can you put pictures in my head? I want to know what you looked like.
Make a social influence roll, intellect base. DC,
Yeah, super good at that.
a difficulty class of 4, so 12 or better.
It was a 10.
10. Unfortunately not.
I don't have anything. That's that.
He just kind of chuckles and goes, "You'll see what I look like eventually."
It's really ominous, actually.
I'm told that I do that. The council never liked it. They hated when I would tell them that I had visions and then just walked away.
You had visions too. Can my friend Jax touch you, or is this like a family thing?
Shall we see?
Jax, come here.
What's going on? Your eyes
Glowing
are so white.
Yeah,
like, it's
white
crazy.
eyes.
Yeah, like stark white glowing. When you stop touching the ball of light, your eyes are no longer like shining orbs of light within your head. And they go back to normal.
Cool.
All right,
Okay,
I'll do
touch
it.
it. I was gonna explain some more, but you're like very on board.
Yeah, it's kind of tingly, and in your head you go, "Good job."
Well, is this the person that's talking to me before? Were you like
No.
intruder?
No, that's merely instructions that are left behind for my various creations to protect the study. I have found that a number of individuals may choose to take my findings.
Sorry, I broke a few of them.
They'll recover over time. Would you care to introduce yourself?
Oh, sorry, I'm Jax.
Interesting. And that's not all you are. And you feel the connection break itself.
Oh.
Okay, okay. You're right about the ominous thing.
Right?
It's very ominous. Yeah.
What did you learn?
They just said. I said, "Yo." They were like, "Introduce yourself," and I was like, "I'm Jax." And then they said, "That's not all you are," and then left. And I was like, "Oh."
That's like
That's
no.
like no more. What the? Hi.
Absolutely shot out of the room.
Yeah, just a minute. Let me fix some cameras.
Oh no! Oh no!
Fix some
Oh,
cameras.
where are we? Whose square am I in?
No,
Oh, you're Fleet. That's cool.
you're not Fleet, yeah.
You swapped.
yeah.
sorry, everybody. I went to go click unmute and it let me bounce.
I love
It
that.
was like, "Bye, you bitch."
We out.
Yep. That's how it goes sometimes,
There we go. And transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
Lovely.
We're back.
Was that?
It said that's not all it was. I don't know what that
That's-
means.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna tell a good joke. That's like if, you looked at me and you were like, "Oh, you're a pizza," and I'm like, "That's not all I am." And then I flipped over and I was like a calzone. Like that's such a shitty thing to say. Like, of course that's not the only thing you are. You are. A pizza could be a sandwich. A pizza could be many things. Like that's insane to think that.
know pizza
That's not all
sandwich is
you
a snack.
are.
What?
Yeah.
I love you dearly, but I think the magic has addled your brain a bit.
That's not true. Let me explain it a different way. It's like take that rat. That's a rat. No, that's not all it is. That rat could be a father. That rat could be somebody's son. Like you are more than your name. I don't know. I feel like it's a jerky thing to say.
Yeah, in the background, the rat is just kind of nodding and squeaking in agreement.
It can be more than a rat.
Yeah, I am someone's son. Yes, this is correct. Although I don't know.
That's not
I don't
all
know who
you
that
are,
is,
my ass.
But yeah.
Can I can't hear this person unless I'm like touching it, right? That's the situation. Slap that big old boy again. Be like,
The pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
yep. My eyes glow white. So wait, you said that people have come here before. Who's been here before us?
Oh, no.
How long has it been?
The skeletons are all gone. Don't worry.
They said that the skeletons are gone.
Fantastic to
The
know.
what now?
Yeah.
Like dead bodies, or
Yeah, like other people that came here.
Hmm.
So we're gonna go look around. I think nothing's gonna hurt us, right?
If you step carefully.
Again, the ominous thing. He says we have to step carefully, but really
Should we all
ominous.
introduce ourselves so it
Oh
doesn't
yeah, Kale.
explode us next time?
Kale and Kinder, come here. And grab,
I
try
got
and grab your
I'm already
hand.
there and all.
Oh, one at a time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, Kale, you touch it first.
sure.
Your claws, lengthen just slightly, and you see Kale's arm grow slightly muscular, and
Oh.
then
Oh,
ease off a little bit, and it's back to what it was when you had finished the fight. Yes. Hello.
hello. You are Sybil's.
Great many times.
Ancestor. And this was your facility?
One of them.
Only one?
There are several.
In this underground city?
In the city itself.
Your realm extends to the surface.
I was the leader of the entire council.
Were you?
Oh.
That's interesting to note.
Though the grove that waits for you was not under my purview.
The Grove.
Yes.
Where is that?
You'll find it.
So many.
Don't give me that mysterious. And I'm sure the link's already broken.
No, you still haven't introduced
No, it's
yourself.
good. Oh, okay, great. Don't give me that mysterious crap. I'm not so easily dissuaded as my friends.
I'm sure you're not. You've got some hidden fire within you. It would do you well to actually listen to it.
Right, I very much see what you mean about that ominous statements.
Right?
Right? It's very ominous. So much. Yeah,
Super weird.
I'm
I
concerned.
suppose I must introduce myself formally so that you and your creations will not attack me.
That would be wise.
I am Kale Orsimisk, and I'm the proprietor of the Copper Kettle. A very
That
nice
is
tea shop
truly
on the surface.
ironic. I like that. Enjoy your time.
I
And
don't
that's
imagine
wonderful.
any explanation is forthcoming. No,
Yeah, that
I was
just
correct.
cuts right off.
Yes.
So ominous.
And then I will frown and turn to Kinder.
I look at everybody else, I give a nod, I slap it like it's a wall.
Your hand touches it, and silver spirals from one finger down your hand and then down your arm. Ah, Highness. I knew eventually you would make contact.
Listen. Did you tell them?
I told them nothing that was not of themselves.
Thank God. I just want to know why you hid this place.
Because it is mine. And you would do well to remember that. Take
Right,
anything, and you will be fine.
Right, but what if I want to take something? After all, it's in my kingdom, right? So I could just take it.
It's
Kingdom.
not in your kingdom anymore.
Technically, sky touches, all that fun stuff. No, I wouldn't actually. I think that royalty is a terrible concept that must be done away with. Anyway, let's talk about you. Let's
nudge
Either
Sybil, like,
side
"Did
of
you
this,
just
by
hear
the
that?"
way.
Yeah, we're just like
You
kingdom.
could hear the person talking to the thing. You just couldn't hear its
Yes.
responses. So you guys were
Yeah.
hearing one side
Yeah.
of the phone conversation.
Yes.
Kinder.
And I
just
elbow
to
Sybil
let you know.
out the royalty statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn. I'm gonna go. He's saying cryptic shit. Hold on. And I'm trying. And I go. I'm trying to be cryptic. 1 second. I'm gonna retap it. Great. So, why is it going nuts? Why has it been infecting all these people? Because clearly it's coming from something you did. So, what's going on? Why?
Well, unnamed royal who denies their station.
I don't deny it. I'm aware, but it's not. It doesn't exist anymore. Like that's like saying, "Oh yeah, my great great grandfather was a doctor, therefore." Like I'm not a doctor. I'm a vet.
I can do many things, or I could in life.
Great.
The ending or beginning of influence of magic is not among them. I can predict it. I can predict its return. I cannot, perhaps, stop it or start it. I cannot
So,
create the changes that it does.
all right. So you are confirming magic's back.
I confirm nothing, simply that I cannot cause it.
I don't know. I think you slipped up with that one, my guy. I feel like this is a personality trait that you've curated, And I wonder, because maybe you feel you aren't as interesting as you could be, or you feel as though you are lacking in some other areas of social influence because you spent so long focusing on magic. Like, listen, I get it. We dedicate our time to our craft. You don't need to put on this mysterious persona to get attention and acclaim. We can just have a conversation. It's okay.
That's my grandparent. Could be nice.
He is being a little bit of a jerk, to be fair.
Yeah, but
Listen. And if I take my hand off, listen. You listen to me.
okay.
You can't let people walk all over you like this. Sometimes you deserve a straight answer from someone who's related to you. And if they can't give you that, that's their problem, not yours, you know? And I put my hand back on the thing. So what's going on?
Many things.
You know what? Have a good life. I'm gonna take my hand off the thing. I don't play this game.
Sybil kinda was correct. I think if anyone is going to get straight answers out of this person, it's going to be you, and I'm going to use advice for a friend. So you are trained
In talking to people.
trained in interrogating dead relatives.
All right, Gramps. Slap the orb.
Okay.
Slap that orb.
Slapping the orb.
Get those
Slap the
answers,
orb.
baby.
Do you have a name?
Yes.
Can you tell it to me?
If I want to.
What if I want you to, as your grandchild?
Perhaps you should ask.
I would like to. Yeah, I thought I did ask. What's your name?
You can call me Vuken.
Can you spell that?
F-U, or not F-U, V-U-K-E-N.
V-U-K-E-N. Vuken?
Yes.
It's got a name. It's Vuken. So, can you answer our questions maybe a little bit more directly?
I certainly could, but I have no desire to.
And can you maybe explain why you don't have a desire to answer our questions?
It's been called a major personality flaw by my wife.
Sure.
And by me. And by me.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
genetic. So the rest, it's like, it's just my family, actually. So, love to see the fact that we are definitely related. I would really appreciate, given the amount of, frankly, bullshit that we went through to get down here, if you would just be a little bit more forthcoming, answering some questions, I would be very, very appreciative. As your oldest living great however many times grandchild. Bukin, can you do that for me, please?
Go ahead and make a social influencing roll, which you are
You're
currently
trained.
in. So instead of it being a 15, drop it down to a 12.
Put some
Cool.
juice on that if you can.
It was a 12 and it's in my backpack.
All right. So with
Lovely.
that, you hear a soft chuckle. What exactly is it that you wish to know, and ask and choose your question carefully?
Oh, I only get the one? No, that's not a question. Don't answer that. Okay, hold please, and takes hand off of it. I think we get like one question.
Right.
What's the most important question? I mean, like, why is magic coming back? What is going on? Like, why
Could
did
we
the
stop it?
I have also some other questions that I like. Why did magic go away in general? Do we stop it? We should stop it. We have to stop it. All of this is weird and dangerous
Wait. Why would we stop it?
because it's weird and dangerous.
Yes,
Remember the,
I mean,
the
so
guy who
is-
incinerated?
Yeah,
Yes, it's already harmed several people.
and
And it's
that's
only going to
so
get
are
worse.
swords. Yeah, so are weapons. We use those. You
We
don't.
shouldn't.
You don't.
So
Listen,
how about this?
listen, we have the fun ones, right? You and I, we have the fun ones. do you think that Kale likes turning into a lizard?
I don't know.
No, the answer is no.
Definitely not.
Okay.
So it's it's levels of degrees. So let's think about what we want from the situation. I think either we get a way out because we are currently deeply stuck, or two,
I don't know where we are.
we can ask if they plan to poison the rats.
We're not asking about the rats. Slap the orb.
Where is the source of magic coming from? Perhaps that might lead us to our other answers. Although not back to the surface.
Can I ask 2 questions?
If you insist.
Thank you. We're related. It's fine. So, question number 1.
Does your voice break as Sybil too?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
I'm going through puberty, y'all.
Kinda.
Sort of magic puberty.
Yeah,
Magic
kinda.
puberty. Where is magic coming from? Where's the source?
There is and is not a source. I suppose, as my ancestor, you deserve to know at least this much. Magic simply is. It, as your skybound and interesting muscular friend has claimed, something that sleeps and then does not sleep. It is something that comes and goes. You are currently in the entrance of its return. Not a physical place. It is something that simply will grow over time and then wane and then eventually grow again.
I have so many more questions that I would like to ask you. It feels a little bit like talking to a genie. I feel like I'm going to say something wrong and you're going to just turn off. How do we get out of here?
If you choose to exit the study, walk through the door and to the end of the hallway, which will lead you to a set of stairs that will lead you up into one of my private rooms within what I believe you call Cliffside.
It's just a staircase.
Yes,
There's-
at the end of the hallway.
Great. Great. So
You
it's
did
been
take a bit of a difficult way down,
Oh yes, that's how I came down.
but
I forgot we could
Finding-
just take the way up
yeah,
that I came down in.
but finding the doorway when you do not know where it is from the other side can be difficult. The end of this hallway, however, will just take you to a stairwell.
Sure. Oh god, I have way too many questions. It's fine. We can come back here. It's fine. I really want to look at the study. Takes
You
the
can
hand.
Like, as you're taking it, well, you can come and
Yeah. This. The thing that I'm mostly thinking of right now is that he made it sound like he's been watching me my whole life, which is kind of horrible, actually, if you think about it. So not only have I disappointed my family, I've disappointed past generations of my family. I love that for me.
What was his name?
Vukin.
Right.
It's a cool name.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of him. He's got the same last name as my mom, but so he kind of is like her. But he said that at the end of the hallway there's a staircase. You can just go up it. It's one of his rooms in, you said Cliffside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
to the surface.
So we can just come and go if we want. He also said that magic is like what you guys said, which is it just comes and goes. And right now it's coming, and I don't think we can stop it.
So there's no cure.
I mean, you ask him. I'm kind of fucking over this guy.
I just like
Over.
lean against the wall and slump down a little bit.
I mean, we
Look at your
can.
hand. Good.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say, Kale, look at your hand right now.
No.
Kale, look at it. Kale, look at it.
I open my eyes. My hands are like on my temple.
Mm.
Is it fine?
What do you-
It's not fine.
It's fine.
No, it deeply is not.
Look at your hands. They've retracted a little bit. Based on, because that's correct, right? Like Kale touched the thing and the hands
Kale
retracted
touched
a little
the
bit.
thing, and it seemed like the arm transformed more and then went back to what it was at the end of the
I
fight.
misunderstood.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. Never mind.
Fine.
Carry on. I retracted the conversation.
Carry on having a hyper. Just-
Yeah, hyperventilation. Yeah.
Hyperventilating.
Think about this. If there's magic that can do stuff, maybe there's magic that can undo stuff. Like maybe you won't be able to stop it, but maybe you'll be able to pause it, right? Like you'll be you slap it on there and just be like,
Not only myself I'm concerned for, it's for all of the denizens of Deepview who've been changed by this already, and who are going to be shunned by those who live on the surface. There's not a thing we can do for them.
What do you mean on
it
the
looks
surface?
like it's gonna affect everybody in the world,
Imagine
probably.
there will be no more surface. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
From the stories that I've been told, magic was everywhere before I went to sleep.
Slept the orb. Bukin, what happened to magic before? Where did it go?
It faded and slumbered.
But
I
what
saw it
happened?
coming.
Everything fell apart.
We lived in a society that was heavily dependent on the magic that we had grown used to. So, as society lost access to that magic, things that were powered by it failed.
Right.
Which means that things that, oh god, there's going to be a ton of machinery just awakening all across the world now.
Oh,
And
that's
you
gonna
guys
be
distinctly
fun.
remember that thing that you encountered in the bar.
That exploded.
Oh, that's gonna be
yeah.
pretty bad for a lot of people.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Jax!
There'll be chaos in the streets.
We need to go warn someone. We need to go let someone know
Yes.
what's officially happening. The team who is here to investigate, we need to let them know.
The council needs to hear of this.
All right. I came down the way we got to get out. So, bye, great grandpa, and I'm gonna start running because the animals. What if there's like a horse that can talk? I need to know that. Like, how does this affect the bears? Are they gonna give Jax more of a challenge? Like, what next? So I'm gonna take off. We have to go warn somebody. I'm just gonna. If anyone wants to do anything else, that's not like a. That's more of a. We're moving along, you know.
Yeah. Move the plot.
As we're all leaving, Jax like stands there for a second, looks at the orb, and just goes, "Not all." Huh. And then he keeps going.
I like to imagine that Kayla is just pushing Sybil out of the room. Just like, no, but there's other stuff that we should look at.
Yeah.
Like,
If we know how to access it, we can come back down if we need to.
I imagine we're having this conversation as we are like going, but like Sybil is just going on and like, we can't tell them because then they're going to come here and they're going to like gut this place and they'll die or they'll destroy everything that's inside of it. And like,
See if there's a book or something we can bring with us.
I mean,
Something we can study on the surface.
she's got the journal still.
Too bad that you don't have, archaeology
Wikipedia.
instead of anthropology, because
You know,
the language
Wait.
barrier.
go into the study first, and then we leave.
Yeah.
Go get something from the study, and then we bounce.
Loot the
Wait, we
books.
So
can't.
the foyer
We can't
or
take
further
something.
in?
I guess we're going further
you
in.
can't take something. I can take whatever I want because it's mine. I inherited this place.
So, like, do you guys run into the foyer
Okay.
and back out, or do you try to go further in?
Yeah, where are we going?
I think we
If
gotta go
Sybil's going further
in.
in, I will call out to the others and be like, wait,
Oh.
come back.
So
It'll be fine.
We're going
you
further in,
guys-
baby.
run further in. Which
Yeah.
of the three
Alright.
doors do you decide to take? And they are
I'm
obvious
gonna-
doors instead
Sybil.
of blending in with the wall.
Straight in the middle of the road.
Okay.
Watch out! Watch out for the plate.
Find out.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I warned people about the plates on the floor.
I don't know.
Okay. So
yeah.
there's no obvious sigil. There is no obvious doorknob. It's just a door that is recessed into the wall, completely flat, with a pressure plate just in front of it.
Hit that plate, baby.
Sybil stands on the plate.
It opens the door.
Yay!
Phew.
Yeah, it's like
Sybil
toddler
is obliterated
level
by
puzzle.
fireballs.
Yeah,
Could've
like
gone
toddler
either
level
way,
puzzle.
yeah.
Like
ooh.
you walk towards the door, and they don't have like the motion sensors like we do, so they have a pressure plate that opens it.
Oh my god.
Love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So yeah. Further in, more of those orbs of light that were in the foyer, that were just like little small ones that dropped down to hang over your shoulder, seem to light up in a wide and long room. It looks almost like it would be a formal dining room, but instead of like a central table, it has a few desks and what looks like a workstation with empty vials and bottles of various kinds. The ceiling is once again just some sort of clear substance that allows you to see up into the lake, and you can see creatures swimming above you because it's gotten a little bit deeper. Not super well lit, but well lit enough to where you can see. There are also a variety of display cases and books along the walls, one of which matches the now permanent silver spiral around your arm, kinder.
Ooh.
What? It's permanent?
Yeah, like when you touched it, silver spiraled from your middle finger around your hand and down your arm, and it is still there.
Kinder, this one looks like you.
Can you tell your great grandpa not to just like mark people? That's really fucked up of
I
him.
don't think I can do anything to him. Also, he almost
just-
still does.
Great. You need to be nicer to your friends if he's gonna stalk you. Is
I'm
what I'm
aware.
Is he alive or something? Like, what's going on? Like,
He said he was an imprint, so I don't know, like a memory. But he's got a fucking attitude, is what.
Yes, he
I have a lot of memories. They can't do that. I gotta say is my memories don't, talk to people.
You,
Do they?
do you know what an engraving is on, for example, a printing press?
What's a printing press?
Oh my god.
So when you read a book, if you ever have seen
What's
a
a
book, or
book?
okay, now you're just fucking with me. I know you've seen
Yeah,
a book
no, yeah.
before, Jack.
But I've never read them. I don't read though. Yeah.
That's okay. I think that some of them suck, but the printing press, what happens is in the front of the piece, sometimes people will carve a work of art onto a brick or a block or a piece of tin, rub ink on it, and press until it's a perfect replication of the image, but not the image itself. There's little differences. That's what this is. It's just the image of the thing in all the details that exists, but
So
with
this
magic.
is an engraving of your great grandfather or person
I guess.
as a thing, as an orb. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Since Sybil failed their attempts to remember anything about the Mage era and the prior to learning the name, would any of you like to attempt an intellect task to try and identify who this person is.
I'm an anthropologist.
You're not an
I'll do it.
archaeologist.
I've heard
You've
a lot of-
discovered
I don't know
this.
what's
Let's-
going on.
Yeah.
I've heard a
Give
lot
it
of
a shot.
stories.
So yeah, magic training will give you an eased task on this. Normally it is a task of 6, so 18 or better. If you have magic training or other historical training, then that will ease the task further.
I don't. I have
Nope.
pleasant social interaction. That I had
Put
good
effort into it.
good chat with my grandma. I don't know.
That's a solid nope from me.
Good chat
Damn
with your
it.
grandma. I'll let you.
I have good
I'll
chats
let you
with
ease
my
it by
grandma.
one. Yeah, I'll let you ease it by one from that.
I'm putting effort into it because
Okay.
I'm thinking real hard about the stories Mom has told.
Okay.
Nope, that's a 5.
Nope. But suddenly I realize I think about it for a minute and I like have it. Oh my god! I turn to Jax. Your aunt and my grandma should hang out.
Okay, sure.
I'm
I mean,
guessing
if you
that
can
was a
find my
one.
aunt anywhere.
The 7.
It was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
anything
can
from-
find my aunt anywhere, you totally
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
Anything from Kale?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Had a whole lot of 0.
No,
I had
really,
like a
no.
5.
Yeah. So you're not
Yeah.
quite sure about this Vukan character or who he claims to be. It was a distinctly masculine voice when he was speaking to you.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so display cases, looking around. You're in a portion of the study. It looks like a workroom of some kind.
Okay. We should. I want to touch all of this stuff.
I'm guessing what you want is like a library of sorts, or
Yeah.
maybe a diagram.
I mean, what I want is slightly different than what is maybe best for the greater good. I would like to just figure out how magic works. We need to convince the people up above that magic coming back is a real threat. Is there anything down here that we could take up that would convince them of that? Or we can keep going. Yes, Jax?
Us.
You are not wrong. I would love it if there was an alternative. Maybe.
Try asking one of the lights. I don't know if they're the same as those little
No, I think
robot
these
things.
are just the lights that like follow us over our shoulder, right? These aren't like the glowing orb guys.
They vaguely resemble the glowing orb itself, but they're smaller and they fit like right over your shoulder. It's not like a
They don't seem smart.
5-foot diameter type of thing.
Yeah. I don't know what to do right now.
You said your grandparent had like things in the city, right?
Yeah, he said he had a bunch
What if-
of these.
What if you take the council to one of them and have them speak to fam? If that works that way, we have to test that first. You have to see if you can do that. But then bam. Or that's all I got.
I think we shouldn't take something that can lead them back to all of this knowledge, because just as so, no books, no nothing. I think that we ourselves are evidence enough,
Yeah,
and I think that what's happening above ground is evidence enough.
the crystal person. Do we know that he was a crystal? Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were told.
He was
Yeah, we
described
heard, yeah.
as rock-like or like a crystal.
They took him. If
He's
they
being
find,
held somewhere.
yeah, if they see us like this, they will take us.
They can try.
Jax, they will take us. There are
They
too
can
many
try.
of them.
This needs to go. So someone already incinerated. I don't think we need to reveal ourselves. There's things clearly happening. We just
But
need
we do
to
have an
bring.
in with someone on the near the council, correct? Sybil?
Yeah,
Who are inclined to believe things that you say, perhaps?
maybe.
What proof would be enough for your mothers?
I don't know. I mean, something, maybe like one of those gadgets that we found before, if it was working, but those are kind of easy to find, and something bigger than that. I would rather it not be us.
Let's see what we can find in the other rooms. Perhaps there's something that will fit the bill.
Yeah.
This seems to be a place where magic was studied.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a variety of display cases with things inside. You can check one of the other rooms. This one doesn't seem to go anywhere other than having a back of the room with, like, a large work area.
Hmm.
You can try and get into one of the display cases.
Let's do that.
I can punch it if you want.
You know what? You have my blessing.
All right, cool.
I'll explain. Okay, you're just doing it. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You attack this display case.
Yeah.
I start holding up the rat like we'll be able to fit something small. Right,
Yep.
and I'm gonna slowly put the rat back down.
So you punch the
Does it
display
break?
case. Go ahead and make a roll.
Cases are typically
Cool beans.
valuable things that should not be punched.
Yep.
I'm not punching it. I'm punching the case.
They're okay. Yeah.
That's a 6.
6. So yeah, you hit it. There's a loud clang, and it's still there.
Ooh.
The thing is tough. Wow.
Did you try to open it? Maybe.
Oh,
like-
yeah. I mean,
Punch
maybe.
the push door.
do I open? Can I open?
It is locked. There is an obvious lock along the bottom row, or not row, but the bottom corner of it, the edge.
Maybe you can do the thing. You know when you
Oh,
reach in there.
oh,
You grab it.
yes. Can you go through the glass? I was going to offer to try and pick the lock, but I haven't done it in years.
I
I'm sure
think
very
I'm
rusty.
solid now. I don't think I can
Okay.
just be see-through. I can try something else though. Maybe I haven't done this in a while, but maybe being down here makes things easier. I'm gonna try and shatter the lock.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay.
Doodly doo.
This is fun.
Yeah. Do I have to? I have to roll for that. Yeah.
What's the description of the effect?
It says, hold please. Oh, I have this thing. Hold on. I need to have this book, and I should just have it in front of me while we play. It says, interrupt the fundamental force holding normal matter together for a moment, causing the detonation of an object. Object must be small, mundane, composed of homogeneous matter. The object explodes, dealing 1 point of damage to all creatures and objects in the area.
Okay.
Targets in the area take 1 point of damage even if you fail the attack roll. Action.
So you would be rolling to attack it with your shatter, essentially.
With my brain. 14!
Ooh.
So you're just like
Don't really know how this works.
yeah, pointing, and you remember the sensation of when it happened that first time. And then you remember the sensation of when you accidentally disrupted / shattered that object that was starting to count down, that was found by the moles. And instead of it breaking the lock, it forms like hairline fracture cracks through the glass of the case, because the lock is not mundane.
Ooh.
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 Magic lock.
Hey,
We
Jack,
should have known.
you could probably punch that now.
Make an attack.
No hesitation. Yeah.
It has
I'm gonna-
been
I'm gonna-
weakened.
I'm gonna put effort into this because
Okay.
I failed the first time. I
Maybe
gotta
like
aim
wrap
strike
your
hold.
hand.
Yeah.
Don't cut yourself.
That is a 12.
12 hits it. You further crack the glass, and then it starts to buckle in. And you do indeed slice up your hand. But your arm goes through the glass and into the display case.
Did it.
Perfect.
Sorry, Grandpa.
As this is happening, I just, for like the effect of it, I am looking for a key around the study, and I would like to hopefully find one in turn as this finishes.
Intellect task of 12 or better. Yeah, so a 4, so 12 or better.
Because it's a 15.
Yeah, so
It's a 15.
you're wandering around and you check a couple of the tables, and you're just like, oh, flip open a box, row of keys.
Hero.
Just like picking glass out of his.
And
I
it's
come
the
over
same
if the
arm
lock
that
is
was
still-
bitten.
I'm
I'll
just gonna
heal.
quietly walk over and like start put like the lock is just like hanging out still. It's not doing anything anymore, but I'm just gonna start using keys quietly to try to unlock.
You find one that's approximately the correct shape, a couple in.
I just
Great,
quietly click. Okay.
great.
Yeah. So yeah, you open the shattered display case. Inside is what looks like this strange compilation of like tubes and crystals.
Do you recognize any of these kind of? Are they like the ones that you slid past earlier?
Are they?
No.
No, this is different.
Yeah, these are like perfectly clear crystals connected to strange copperish tubing.
They
What if I
look
touch-
very magic-y, though.
Try touching it, Sybil.
Why do I have to be the one to? Can we all touch it?
You're
I'll
the
do
only
it.
one. You're the one. Okay.
Okay.
It is room temperature to the touch.
Oh, it's pretty. It's warm. Wow.
Okay.
Not like hot, but like baseline.
Do you feel different or weird? Did you like throw another like body part or like what are you the same? Did your eyes change color?
Are they brown now? Or did they go back?
They're the same purple that they've been.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. It feels like just a normal thing, like a thing. I'll
You
pick
said
it
that there are like pipes attached to this, right?
Like it's sort of like a crystal cluster that has copperish tubing going in and out of it.
Like a little
okay.
self-contained thing.
Yeah. It's
Is it heavy?
a device of some kind. It's maybe like 8 inches long, so it's what you would expect about an 8-inch rock to feel like in weight, so not heavy to Jax.
I'll pick it up.
Nothing happens.
Can I
Yes,
can
totally
I
fine.
try? Can I attempt to understand with my magic training?
Make a
Nice.
Yay!
As we're just farting around in this,
It's a thingamabob.
this mage's study, being like, I don't know what this is.
13.
13. It looks like it's missing a piece.
Great.
I'm going back to look around this. I'm looking. I've got the keys. Any other things as I'm looking? Did I find a random thing to give to Sybil?
Like, are you... So you are opening random cases, or are you just keeping the keys and wandering around?
I have the keys. I'm wandering around. If there's drawers, they're open.
Okay. There are a number of loose notes, variety of diagrams, There's what looks to be a very, very old plate with some sort of leftover crust on it.
I hate your great grandpa. I hate your great grandpa.
It is so old though that it is petrified. You cannot smell it anymore.
His lunch.
Artifacts.
Artifacts.
Yeah, so like you've mostly found other display cases, workstation that is messy but not dirty, and like diagrams. You've found what looks to be an old lighter. You find some other random unidentifiable tools. Kindling in a couple of places to create little mini fires. But the most interesting things in the room are very much either like learning the diagrams, like studying them, or things in the display cases.
Nothing here to
a
help.
couple of
Okay.
books. Yeah, and a couple
Great.
of books.
Nothing here to help. Sorry, Sybil.
I'll grab a book or two and put them in my pack.
Mhm.
Just like at
I want-
random.
I want the one that had silver on it, like kinder.
So you go to the other display case that had like something in it that looked kind of like the silver spiral around kinder.
Yes.
Looking through the display case, it looks like it's some sort of piece of jewelry, like a entire finger ring that is connected then to a silver wire that would go around maybe the hand or possibly the arm in a very similar manner to the silver that currently spirals Kinder's arm.
Kind of, this looks like you.
I mean, I know I'm a gem, but come on.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it literally looks like you.
All right.
Really, it's exactly. Try opening that.
I'm okay.
You don't want a full set? Get both?
Well,
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and unlock it. I'm a little hesitant. I'm like, I know what this is gonna fucking lead to. I'm gonna unlock it and open it, and I'm gonna take out the necklace and compare the
And
two of
necklace
them.
is glowing.
You son of a bitch, and I'm gonna put it back. I don't want this.
That typically glow?
Explain.
Does this have something
Alright.
to do
Let
with
you
that
touch my
kingdom you
hand.
mentioned?
When you took that out and it began to glow, you see a brighter light emanating from the guard room as well.
Okay, now you definitely have to explain. Yeah. What's happening?
It's complicated. Listen. This was all a long time ago, so truly, this is all secondhand news, third-hand news, basically. I'm gonna reach in as I'm talking, just start putting the fucking thing on. What's going on my body?
As you are starting to explain, and you touch it, you guys see the lights that are hovering over each of your shoulders also start to glow brighter in mimicry of the giant glowing orb with the imprint in it. And Kinder then begins to glow. In your head, Sybil, you hear further connection. The same voice that had been talking to you guys. Thief. And Kinder winks out.
No.
No.
Kinder, you have been teleported. You do not
Yeah,
know
probably.
where. And that is where we are going to
No.
end. Because we are already over on time.
I scream dramatically and then we cut to black.
Yeah.
I picture kind of doing the John Travolta thing.
It's just a wide shot, kinder, middle of a field.
I turn, putting this on. I turn around. I'm actually a prince. No one's there. That was rude of them.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah. So we were already over on time. For those of you who have tuned in, Due to some personal stuff going on, Fleet has chosen to step away from the game and may or may not be guesting back in depending on their schedule and how everything works. So this was Kinder's kind regards to everyone. This is their farewell episode, at least for now. But yes, so we were very excited to have Fleet back just for this little bit of a goodbye to Kinder. Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. But yes, thank you guys so much. I'm sorry that we didn't get a break in today. But yeah, we've been going for 3 hours.
Doesn't feel like it.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Kinder.
God. Yeah. Kinder, like Kinder's a prince. Kinder's a prince of somewhere.
We didn't get to ask any questions.
I have so many things that I want to know.
Literally turn around. I will tell you everything. God.
Excellent. I hope we meet up again at some point when more crazy stuff has happened and we have so much to tell each other.
God, we're gonna have.
Where did my granddaddy send you?
Why are you like this now?
I come back and I'm like a biblical angel, like 17 eyes, wings. I'm like, it's time.
Don't worry about it.
Accurate.
It's a long story. I'm biblically accurate now. Anyway,
It's just a bunch of rats.
I'm biblically accurate.
I'm made of rats.
Yeah. The
As we
eyes are
always
just
knew you
a
would
bunch
be.
of rats everywhere.
Rat king, rat king, rat king. Not rats.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah. So
Love it. I'm here for it.
But yeah, that was so fun. As a little bit of a reminder to everyone who has tuned in, we are raising funds for the Black Girls Code Foundation. Go ahead and scan that little QR code that is in the corner of the screen. Check them out. Here's the little command BGC. And like great organization, does amazing work. Like promotion in STEM, like creates training modules and everything. It's beautiful. Definitely check them out. We see none of the donations. It goes directly to them. But as a quick wrap up, we are going to miss you, and we will definitely see you again at some point when you have the availability for it. I am Evie, the Disaster GM, one of the directors of the AEA, our Alter Deco Archives, pronouns, she, they, any, whatever, I don't care. Alina, would you like to lead us off with the reminders?
Yeah, I'm Alina, they, them. I play Kale, also they, them. Find me on Twitter, Mastodon, at Alina Pete, Instagram, at Alina Pete Art, and Twitch at Where Geek Comics.
All right. And Jax, XL.
Hi, I am XL. I've been playing Jax pronouns for both of those people. Yeah. Are me and Jax people? I don't know. Are he, him? You know?
Yeah.
I am he, but I'll never be him. Yeah. You can find me tweeting about all the things that I do on my Twitter at Extra the King. You can follow me on Instagram too. I'm trying to post there more. I'm trying to. It's so tough. I still don't like taking pictures, but like I'll do it. I'll do it. but yeah. You'll hear anything else that I'm doing all over there. So give me a follow. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hi.
Maggie.
Hello, I'm Maggie. They, she, Sybil is a she, her for now. Who knows? Find me on Twitter and the other places, I guess. Thor Magnarok is generally my username, except for TikTok. And if you can find me on there, that's your challenge.
Yeah, if you can find me on there. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
And then, last but certainly not least, the beloved Fleet.
Round of
Hi,
applause.
everybody. Thank you. I'm so sorry, but there's exciting things happening, and why the reason why my schedule got so crazy. I'm Fleet. My pronouns are they, she. You can find me at Fleet_Dietrich on Twitter, Fleet Dietrich without the underscore everywhere else. The reason that my schedule has kind of exploded is because I am now going to be pursuing my TTRPG writer work. So you may have heard of My Mother's Kitchen, which we funded for and will be going out soon. We'll be actually in a lot of different retailer stores as well, which is going to be really exciting. But follow me, find me at fleetdietrich.com. I have a ton of stuff coming out, physical and print and not that. I don't know. If you like my chaos, you'll like my games, I think.
Happy for you that is all moving up and moving on. So like all the best wishes, and like it's definitely gonna go places. It's definitely gonna go places.
You.
You're amazing, and your work is amazing. So yeah.
I hope that I will see actual plays of my work one day with my favorite cast members and my favorite GM, which has been this group. I'm really excited to see all of them do more APs, so please follow them as well. Also, keep an eye out. I don't think I could fully ever let go of an AP, so like you'll see me pop up. Maybe I'll guess. What happened to Kinder? Am I a ghost? But I did text Evie and say, "Make me a mushroom god," and Evie went, "What?" And I went, "Never mind. Let me think of something else." So know that the wheels are turning.
Yeah, there
thank
may
you
be
all so
mushrooms.
much.
There may be mushrooms.
Good.
I'm here for it.
All right.
Yes.
I love you all. Thank you for tuning in.
Okay. So much love. Bye.
Bye.